a little bush. You can see inside. Picking up his pictures, random dude just come up. Yeah, we're getting his ticket to go back to Tokyo for the night in the hotel. We'll be editing all this possible. Do try turning into the chills up.
I'm with a cold sweat.
Hot sweat, man. You said this were going home with you. 600 quid, wasn't it?
Oh, I'm up. Hey, up. Did you hear that?
No.
You said 600. Robin, that was a first time thing.
20 seconds.
Right, if I bid again, you ain't going to bid any more?
He's
got that stonker face on his nose there.
10, 9.
Well done, mate.
Well done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
But then, do you not care? If you get a swipe, do you not? Does it not start to build up down?
Sorry, I had to do it.
You've eaten everything I've ever built on a slope, mate. I forgot everything.
And Matt's face never gets old. There you go. There's a compliment to start the evening off. Good evening, ladies and gents, and welcome to this week's Thursday Night GKP Live. Matt's face on that never gets old.
Oh, on my hat.
Now, there's a compliment. If any better way to start your evening off, Matt, you've had a stressful week. Somebody's just said you look dashing forever. And never gets old.
They didn't actually just say that. They just said my face doesn't change. So
I was elaborating a little bit, Matt. I was trying to make you feel good. I shall pack it in. What I will do though is this is a new one, and I haven't seen this one. I probably have, but just in case. Adrian says, "Evening all from a very cold Northern Ireland." Good evening, mate. Thank you very much for joining us. And as you are a new channel, and we like to do a little bit of all that lot. There you go, ladies and gents. There is a new channel. He has 9 subscribers at present with 5 videos out there. Let's give a new channel and a new bit of content out there for anybody that might be interested. Have a bob over, give him a little bit of a sub, and have a look at what content he's got out there, guys. And give him a little bit of love and support, because at the end of the day, this call live and this YouTube live is quite difficult, isn't it, Matt?
It's not easy. Definitely.
It's not easy. It's not easy. And although sometimes we make it look really easy on here, Matt, majority of the time we're just winging it, aren't we, mate? Let's face it. Rick will be with us. He's running a little bit late. He's got to get the tea on, and he'll be with us as soon as he can do. There's another Crafty will be hopefully joining us. He sent us a little bit of stuff to have a natter and a chat about tonight, which should be quite interesting, that one. And obviously, we'll also be having some new stuff to have a natter and a talk about, and a little bit of a pre-koi appreciation. These are going to be some fish that Rick has selected for us to discuss and talk about. And I believe these. Right, let's see if I can get one person. Let's see if I can go fishing here. There's 9 shower, and one Garomo Ginrin. But it's not a Ginrin Garomo. It's actually a shower. Do you know what I'm talking about? Let's see if I can go fishing there. See if I catch one.
I went today, Gaz, to film one of Rick's fish, which we can put on later on as well.
Oh, you've got some as well. Sweet. Right. Well, there we go. Then we've got a fun-packed, full.
And
no questions.
And we can do an auction on it as well if you want.
There you go, guys. You heard it here first. There is the chance and the opportunity for Matt Howie Coy to auction a fish.
It's not mine.
Oh, so we're just telling Rick he's selling his fish. Maybe they won't be until he gets here. We don't know. But there's a chance. There's always a chance. There we go. We got Vince. Somebody else is watching it. But yeah, there was one of them that was misidentified. But we won't go there. We won't go there. Right then, evening, Gaz. Maybe a stupid question, but are Ryan and Ricky brothers? They are, mate. Yes. And I also work with Ryan's dad. So we've got Ryan and Rick that both run their own business independent in the same area, same place. And then we've got Ryan's dad who works for exclusively Koi too. So yeah, bit of a family sort of like coexistence. We'll put it that way. But yes, they are, mate. Can you not see the family resemblance? Oh, I might get shit for that. I might get shit from all directions. I'll rewind that bit and restart. Let's go live again, Matt. You ready? 3, 2, 1.
Evening, all.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. If anybody has got any comments or any topics or anything they would like us to have a chat with, I do post this every week in the Gaz's Koi Pond community. And if anybody's interested in joining the Gaz's Koi Pond community, it is now pushing over 1.2k members and growing steadily. It's not growing massively, but if anybody is interested, and I will say this to all the people that might be in the Exclusively Koi WhatsApp group as well. If you want somewhere that you can share pictures of your fish, or you want to share any of the fish that you may have purchased through Exclusively Koi, feel free to drop any of your progress and any of your pictures of your fish that you've purchased from us. I would love to be able to share what they look like and how they come on and how they're progressing and how how much they're growing and how much you're enjoying them. So if anybody does want to join, feel free. It's there. If anybody has any topics, I always post weekly in there so people can actually get involved and participate and put in a question if there's anything out there that it's out there now, guys. Oh, somehow I've done it, Mark. Sorry, get distracted. But yeah, it's there. And if anybody wanted to make use of it. And also, if you have a look at the top pin section, you will see there is a little link from Matt Howie Coy Dorset. And if anybody is looking to get themselves a pond liner, a box weld pond liner, Matt's your man. But if you mention the GKP, when you contact him and get in touch with him, you will get a little bit of cheeky discount. So if anybody's looking for one or needs one, contact Matt from Howie Coy Dorset and he will sort you out with a good price. And if you mention me, you get a little bit of a cheeky discount. It's our way of giving a little bit of something back to you guys for coming and watching and tuning in week out. I'm going to come up for breath now. get me breath back. But yeah, they are brothers. But anyway, that's another. That was very diplomatic, guys. It was, wasn't it? Let's see if let's see if it comes across that way when I get to it tomorrow. We'll see. Thanks, guys. I don't all be rushing over to see good content. Listen, mate. Well, look, the one bit of advice I will give you, right? It's a lie. It's going to be more than one. But one of the things I will give you as advice, if you want to make it in YouTube and you want to make it on YouTube, one, enjoy doing what you're doing. Because at the end of the day, if you ain't having fun doing it and you're stressing yourself out to it, like somebody else I might know, then it's no point being involved in it because more stress in your life just ain't a good thing. 2, make sure you drop 2 to 3 pieces of content every week if possible. The more you get exposed, the more you get yourself out there, The more the algorithm can understand what your content's about, the more they understand what your content's about, the more they will share it, and the more they will push it out to a wider audience. The more videos that you push, you want to be aiming to get into 100. But the biggest tip I'll give you is every video that you do, make it 1% better. By the time you've done 100 videos, you'll be 100% better than where you were when you started. And that is progression. And that is what will push you through to get a good channel and make more and more content week in, week out. So enjoy that. There's your 3 top tips. Well, there you go. I should have told you that. It's too much. Will I
be 100% quicker though?
No, it's true. If you look, if we turn around and say, you make a video, you make a bit of content, and if week in, week out, we turn around and say, right, we want to do something and just make it 1% better each week, with the lives that we do, then by the time we've done another 100 lives, we should be 100% better than what we was, because we've always done that 1% better. And that goes to all of us and everybody that's out there. It's one of the best little bits of tips that, as a YouTuber, and I won't say influencer because I don't really like that term, but as a YouTuber, you can give. Enjoy it. 2 to 3 pieces of content a week. Don't do any more than that, because if you do, you'll burn out and you'll get fed up and you'll get bored. But main one, always try to improve your videos and your content 1% week in, week out. And that way then you're always going to be getting better. Every 100 videos, you're going to be 100 times better than what you were when you initially started. How about that for a pro tip? Matt's gobsmacked.
Well, I'm just trying to work out how to do 2 to 3 of them a week when it took me 2 weeks to do one.
That's the thing, though. Once you get used to editing, once you get used to doing it, you become quicker, and it gets easier and it gets better, and it's easier to do. It is. So don't panic. You'll get there. It's not a fast process. But yeah. Oh, Alan Tate says Gaz Ryan is a hobbit. Well, yeah, there you go. You can see they're all from the Shire. That's why there's a family resemblance. I might be in some serious shit when I get to it tomorrow now. But yeah. Gaz, can you put these 2 videos on really, please, with how it's going? Oh. Send me again, Dave, if you won't mind. Send them again, because I forwarded them through to my work phone so I could show Ryan and show Kev. But yes, send him through, mate, because that's going to be a good one to talk about Sumi development, because that really has done well. Just pop them back through again if you've still got them on your phone, mate, and I will share them, definitely. But like I said, if anybody's got any questions, bang them in the comments as normal, and just stick a question mark on the end, and it really makes it stand out a little bit more now with the StreamYard alterations that they've made. It makes it a lot easier for me to actually see them and stand out from yours and everybody else's comments when you're talking about can't be 100% worse. Piss off, Chris. That's a good bit of advice, is that? Good 1% motivation, Gaz. Matt, that 2% yet. Right. Well, that'll be. Let's see if we've got Matt. You need to get yourself a Vince down your place. LOL. That will help. Or not, because if he has a ball of doom, you could end up with half your fish stock going.
Problem is down here, there is nobody down this way at all.
It's like not your fault. You live it back at Fecking Moon, isn't it? Right fair. I mean, at the end of the day, you're as far as you can go out yourself, really.
South, yeah.
Yeah. Well, when you couldn't be any further away from. Well, you could. You could be a lot further away. To be fair, if I lived further north. But
even when you look on the maps and you have a look at the map system, like with the BKKS, and you have a look from me up to Bristol, all the way down to Land's End, there is nobody.
No. Is that that surely though? That's good for one thing and bad for another. One, you probably receive less trade, but 2, you've got less competition down there, haven't you?
Yeah, we have. I say nobody. There is the odd 1 or 2 down through there, but also at the same time, because we haven't got any big towns, cities near us. It's always going to be different. When you look at Crafty, for example, you look at a normal Saturday in this place, and it's people coming in and out, in and out, in and out all the time. You never get that down here. You know, but
Is
if
it
we
more
got-
of a smaller village area yours then?
Yeah. Well, like my village here, well, I say I'm in the village, but not we're in a hamlet. There's 3 houses, and the next, and none of them have got ponds.
Do the other 2 houses have ponds?
Yeah, and then Dorchester, which is the nearest town to us, you know, it's got a moderately small population in there. Our biggest town would probably be Bournemouth, and that's not big compared to some of the places, you know, the cities of the UK.
So it makes it a lot more difficult, doesn't it, when you've got to attract footfall through your premises when you've only got 2 houses around you other than yours. You really thought this through, Matt, didn't you, when you thought, do you know what, I'll make a koi business right down here in the middle of
It's
nowhere.
funny because everybody always asks why do I move here, and I hate people.
Yeah, I could relate to that, mate. I mean, yeah, I could definitely
I
relate to
love
that.
talking, but yeah, I love being in a little world where I need to be. Crafty.
Good evening, Grafton.
Good evening.
How's it going? You got a rather bright lamp above your head because you're getting a bit of the old dazzle forehead. Oh, there you go. That's better. Oh, there's back there. Oh, how are you doing, bud? You good?
Yeah, I'm knackered, man.
You knackered? You still work?
No, this is where I live now.
It's a new premises.
Yeah.
Have you had it done? That office all done?
No, this is where I always sit.
It's a different angle, and that's what it just doesn't normally look like.
No, I put a new bit of furniture in.
Oh no, you definitely not had it done yet. Because you was talking about getting it all covered up, but one you wanted to have it boxed off a little bit and making some separation to it. Right then, how's your week been, mate?
Hectic, man.
As if everybody at this time of year in the koi industry is pulling their hair out of their head right now, aren't they?
If I had any, mate, yeah.
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 What is it that makes Tosai season as crackers and as crazy as it is? Is it the preparation that you need to do? Is it getting hold of the stock that you want to get hold of? Is it having access to wherever you want to go and get what you want to get it from? You know, that kind of stuff? Or is it, you know, a mixture of the whole job lot caboodle? Because he says he's stressed. You've seen your stress.
It's the most stressful part.
I'm not
because when you sit look at it from a business perspective, there's a lot of koi enthusiasts and hobbyists. They constantly look at you and what you're doing. So there's a lot of pressure on delivering the right goods, and as a business, you get to see what you've done for the year. Although the year's not up, you really have an understanding of what the business has done at this point, because now you're opening up your budget to see what you can push into next year. And then there's a lot of people outsiders looking in, you know, whether that's other businesses looking at other businesses, because that does happen. But more importantly, everybody that's watching us today is all looking at what Matt's doing, what you're doing at Exclusive, what I'm doing here at Perfect, you know, what Rick's doing down at New Forest. We're only a small fingertip of the koi dealerships.
Yeah.
You know, so we're all in competition. As much as we're friends, we're still in competition for business, right?
Yeah.
You know, and ultimately we help each other out, but that doesn't happen everywhere, does it? And there's no loyalty in customers. Can you not hear me now?
He can. He's just trying to avoid the competition. Did you hear him?
No, but it's true, isn't it?
True.
You know,
It is, mate.
It's true, but we're healthy competition. We're not at each other's throats, are we? You know, and you know, that is the way that all of the koi dealers should be, in my opinion. Although, be it, some people don't want to be part of that, and that's fine. That's their choice, right? But from what is the Tosai season? Why is it silly season? It's a little bit like if you were selling fruit and veg, right? and you're in a marketplace, there's 5 other market stalls all selling fruit and veg.
Get your bananas here. Come on, roll up.
When you open your boxes up, you want them the ripest, freshest vegetables and fruits, man, that people want to buy. And they've got to be at the right price, etc., etc. So, it's no different with a fish, but the difference with us is that we only get one crack of it a year.
Yeah.
And if you get it wrong, or you overinvest, or you underinvest, or the money that you've invested in, you get the wrong stock, that all has a massive part to play in what you can do the next year. And I don't want to sound like I'm pessimistic. I'm really not. It's just
no. It's truthful, mate. Isn't it? At the end of the day, you've got the toe-size season, haven't you? And then all the stock that you bring in needs to be enough toe-size to carry you out throughout most of the year. And those what you grow on from there that then turn into the knee-size are the fish that you sell before you go back to Japan to pick up your knee-size from the harvest. And then it's again that ball is picked up and run with as quickly as it is. And then again, within seconds of that literally just kicking off and getting done, you're prepping again, ready for toe-side to come in to go out there and do it all again for this season upcoming. And it's an eye-opener when you actually get involved.
You get equipment failures, staff failures, sales that fall through.
Being late.
Right? But the difference with out of us 3 is that I've got the tropics, the marine, and a fucking shit ton of dry goods. So at this point, although the buy-in part of the industry slows down a little bit from a consumer aspect, this is where people like Oase, Aquadistry, or Evolution Aqua, they all do something called pre-season. Right, so in order to maximise their revenue throughout the year, they offer certain deals to retailers. So they look for a bigger investment. So the investment's not just in fish, it's in dry goods as well. And the amount of stock that comes through here, we do hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of pre-season sales. Right, so all of that comes in, all of that has to be updated onto the stocking list. Everything has to be priced, everything has to be put on the shelf. What don't go on the shelf goes into the storage, and we've still got customers to serve. And it's hard work. It's harder out of season than what it is in season, because in season you're dealing with people buying fish more, and you just do little bite-sized chunks of stock refilling on dry goods. But at this point, it's like mass.
Yeah, and this is where everybody comes running through the door to get everything they need to kick off the beginning of it all, and it's empty, rapid
at every level. It's hard work, man. But I'm still here breathing. I'm feeling knackered though. I ain't gonna lie.
I'll just put you this one up.
Phil, mate. End of the mate. What time is it? 8 o'clock. It's the end of the week, and I've been hard at it. So lots of other little mental stresses that goes on with it, like getting koi that have been azakari'd and quarantined and collected. There's a lot of stress behind that, because if the fish has a turn for the worse the morning of or whatever, it's like, like Paul Cunningham was down yesterday collecting one of the azakari koi.
Evening all stressed. I was stressed yesterday, Kraft. Come on, Paul. No, you can't stress.
I mean, Paul travels a good 5 hours, mate, to get to us. And he bought a beautiful shower.
Not his fault. He always drives everywhere in reverse, is it? I mean,
yeah. He bought a beautiful shower from us from Yoshino when I was there in Japan in February last year. And we got good results back on that. So we collected that yesterday. I reckon in 2 years' time, that's going to be nice. I just see it belting around the koi shows.
I will say a nice fish to be seen on the koi sea.
Yeah, it will be, mate. If it progresses like we think it will, it's going to look the nuts. Let's just say that.
Nice one, Paul.
Right, can I mention what we did?
I want you to answer this one first.
Yes. Yeah. That's what I was about to say.
Yes, there's more news on the Koi Club. Yes.
Right, so the Koi Club it went a bit quiet But I've literally had to do it all myself because Lee is so balls deep in doing his other stuff, setting himself up and that. There's only one of him. He's running a business, building a business, and doing YouTube stuff and whatnot. So yeah, we've managed to move it on another level. People may have seen a little bit of a teaser trailer from Yazukoi. I don't know if you've seen it. Have you seen it?
You posted it in mine. Do you want me to play it?
Did I? I can't remember, mate. I can't remember what I've done yesterday, let alone today. So logo is all sorted out now. All letters are done, ready to go out to all of the people that have agreed to come on board dealership-wise. I've got a huge amount of people interested in membership. Next thing is I still need me plus one other to open a bank account because it's a non-profit trust account, so to speak, and it goes to a club. It can't just belong to me, and I don't want it to belong to me. I want it to belong to the club. But it needs two people. So I'm still waiting on individuals to get to a point. But Rome weren't built in a day. The Koi are going nowhere. I'd rather take it one footstep at a time, and I hope that we can launch it just before the season, so we can literally all get t-shirted up, hooded up, or whatever, and then start to support all the Koi shows going forward with new club, new ideas that belongs to the membership, because that's what it is. It's about the membership, not me. I'm just trying to get the sticks and stones built up to create something that everyone else can run with, basically. But yeah, we're one step closer. Oh, you got it. Yeah, nice one, mate. I hadn't thought of that.
Charlie, what are you doing?
Don't know if you. I hope you can hear that.
You can.
Charlie, what are you printing?
Nothing.
Charlie, what are you making?
Nothing.
Charlie, what are you doing now?
So that Yasu actually done that off of their own back. That was a surprise to me as much as it was to anybody else. So a big shout out Yasu Koi for anything Koi apparel wise, clothing. That's the only place you guys need to go, if I'm honest. The quality of their stuff is superb. The people that run the place, Carly and Matt, absolutely next level. Bend over backwards to help you. I've built a really good working relationship with them. They are ambassadors to UK Koi Club. I'm part of the founding team to get this up and running as well. So, they're putting a lot of their own business enterprise towards getting this club up and running. So it's really nice to see that support. So thank you, Matt, and more importantly, Carly. And they're getting wed again. They're getting wed soon as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Silly.
And while we're on the subject, it's one place you can also get out there to get pieces of merch from such as myself, Lee Hadfield, Vince, Up North Koi, Mon the Fish, Humber Koi,
and one other.
Exclusively Koi, and
one other.
Crafty Koi as well.
And that says it all, doesn't it? They're supporting people like they've been invited over to, I think it's Holland, to part of the Koi show over there as well by the people that run Holland. So they're going places, and like I said, their clothing is excellent. I've got bits that I've bought off of them that are unrelated to any merch, so to speak, other than their own designs, and really good. Even things like hand towels. They do towels and stuff for when you're around your pond, a little koi on them. We're all weird, aren't we? We all like colourful fish and like stuff printed like it and that, don't they? But yeah, they're worth every penny that they charge, and they're actually really cheap, I think, in comparison to others.
Yeah. There you go, guys.
That's enough about them anyway.
Well, there's only one other thing to do, and I'll get their link for their actual website, and I'll post it in the comments as well for anybody that wants to go there and have a look and have a browse through what they do, because they don't just do stuff for us; they do their own products and their own merchandise as well, which is pretty top notch. So there you go, guys.
Well, they're going to be supporting the apparel for the UK Koi Club. Simple as that, you know. And with the UK Koi Club, we're going to have little badges made for competition winners, founding members, awards. So if you get awards, you'll get your own T-shirt with that award printed on it. A little bit like the bikers. Like if they go and like rob a bank, they get like "I robbed a bank" logo on their waistcoats. We're going to do the same, but for Koi T-shirts. So you get your own little file. You know, so people, not only that, but new people coming on. If you, let's say, win GC here or GCB or whatever, it'll be like on the back or on a sleeve or something. So people, when they're new and you're wearing your T-shirt, people know that you've been in the industry a while, or you know, you've been keeping koi a while, that sort of thing. So there's an element of recognition. So it helps people understand who has got knowledge, who hasn't, who's new, who's not, if they want to expose that. But you know, I'm speaking to the club, to people within that have got like magazines, clothing, businesses, etc. that I've approached. They're all actually quite excited about them sort of little prospects. So it's going to be no doubt another fucking club and nick that now, because I've said what I'm doing. I tend to see that a lot as well, but you know, all's fair in love and war.
That's it. If you have to feed the information to get it out there to your followers, mate. If others want to, what is it they say? Imitation is the best form of flattery.
I ain't bothered, mate. If it makes people happy, then that's all that matters.
Exactly.
But what date is it today? 15th of January, 2026. I'll remember that now, so I can point back to this video to say I said it first.
There you go. Paul Cunningham's added in there. Yasu really supported the North of England Koi Show as well.
And the Birmingham Koi Show, and they was there at the National as well. You know, good kids, man.
Lee's asked there, Gaza, can I post where I seen Saki Akaria on a great offer? You can try, mate, but I'm pretty sure you can't post links anyway, mate. So I don't think you'll be able to.
No, do not do it, because, right, unless it's a reputable dealer, it's either been stolen, right, or they can get in a lot of trouble because they shouldn't be selling it.
It's damaged.
Nobody can actually share links anyway, so there's only me that can.
If it's the one I'm thinking of, it's not. It's damaged
life stuff, isn't it?
No, it's damaged bags.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. If it's a dealer and it's damaged bags and that, then crack on.
Yeah, you won't. Well, you won't be able to.
On your Facebook page, mate.
Yeah, stick it on there. Share it.
Yeah, we're not here to advertise other dealers.
Especially, no, not going to go there. Right then, has anybody got any topics they would like us to have a talk about? If not, I'm going to bring up this one. First of all, in fact, sorry, I will. I'm going to bring up this, which is Dave Thompson's fish that he purchased through Exclusively Koi. And when he purchased it, I selected him a fish, give him a couple to have a look at, and he picked this particular one as, oh crap, nearly sent the wrong one then. Shared the wrong screen, which we're just going to share us again. That'd have been a bit cack, wouldn't it? So this is the fish when he picked it and he selected it, and I think he's had it about 2 or 3 months. And in that 2 or 3 months, he's had and put on 4 cm. As you can see there, that's his new purchase that he got from us. But wait till you see the difference.
And let's guess what happened.
Well, yeah, that's a good idea, actually.
I haven't seen it. Have you seen it, man?
No, I have, but you haven't. You two haven't. Nobody else has. But what do you envision? Let's see if we can get it where it was back there. Then I'll give you a pause.
Is Rick coming on tonight?
Yeah, he's just starting tea.
How long ago was it bought, Gaz?
3 months.
3 months ago, thereabouts. What's your vision on that?
Do you know
fish?
where it's from?
I think Ikarashi Toshinobu, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay, I would say that is almost pretty much jet black now.
Goes black, Ginrin Kumonru. Masume.
I would say there's the blue skin has completely disappeared.
Dave, it was Ikarashi Toshinobu, wasn't it? Yes, it said there. Yeah.
So looking at the bloodlines from there, and where the potential is from this, a lot of Saragoi in his bloodlines, potentially gone very black.
All right, what do you reckon, Matt?
Or it may have gone the opposite way.
I was going to say, I reckon it's probably gone down over the back, over the scalation, and potentially gone black. It's hard to say. Can you make it bigger?
Only if you touch it. You have to touch it and watch it grow, mate.
That's as big as I can get it for you. The fish.
Wait, squeeze an inch in, why not?
Is Kumonru, you say?
Well, Aragoki of a description. I don't know what the bloodline is, mate, to be fair.
But it's a blue fish.
Yeah, it looks it, doesn't it?
Well, it is a blue fish.
Yeah.
So, but then you've got coming with you in there as well.
This is why he sent it me last week.
So when you look at the sumi development is linear. So basically it will grow down the fish rather than around the fish. It's going to go two ways. The sumi will either completely disappear backwards. The gin scale will always be there. And I would imagine in our water and with the development that the sumi will have intensified somewhat rather than going backwards. I would expect it to go forwards rather than backwards.
I reckon the sumis come out all on the top. You still got two blue stripes down the side.
He posted it because last week I was talking about I would love a blue koi. And when I was looking at this and I was balling them up, Dave, I thought this is mint. It's lovely blue koi is this. But right, are you ready? January 10th, it's now 25 cm. So it's gained, it was 21 when he got it, and it's gained 4 cm.
There you go. And that marries up exactly what you see as Nisai as.
Let's see if we can get a pause in there.
That's exactly where I'd expect it to go, guys.
That's some serious, in 3 months, that's some serious sumi development, isn't it?
Easy, but then... Oh, sorry, no. Sorry, the boss is just texting. Yeah, but again, if it is coming with you, bloodline, because it's Aragoki, you don't know necessarily what the parent sets are. Looking at that though, the fact that it's got I don't know, I'd have to confirm it with people that are more in the know, but bluefish background, generally you're a saggy line with whatever he's doing to create these. And I know that I've had a lot of Saragoi lines like as parent sets, you can see it in the fish. So if it's coming from that sort of parental background, if it is coming with you, that could change again. So, the sumi does tend to move about on them, a little bit like the black diamond. So nice, that, isn't it?
Yeah, it is nice, yeah.
Not what he bought, though, is it?
No, not at all, no. But I don't see, that's the thing. What I don't know, hang about, let me stop that playing. What I don't know, I'm hoping that he's happy with the development and that's what he was expecting from it. And not for it to stay as it was, for the fact that he wanted a blue fish, which...
If you want a blue fish, I think that you've got to go down... You've got to go down the Shisui route and hope. The thing is, keeping a blue on koi is so difficult because that change that you've just seen there, you'll see it in Saragoi, Shisui as well. Now, you can see those that would tend to keep that blue skin because the pigment is so deep in Shisui. If you get a blue fish and it is really blue and you can see that pigment is very deep, the chances are you're going to keep a blue fish. But the hard thing is not allowing shimmies to come through because Shisui being an Asagi Deutz line, Asagi generate the sumi later in life. So what you'll find with Shisui is keeping them good is very difficult. So as they get bigger, you see fewer and fewer and fewer lesser good fish, which is the same with the blues. It's keeping that them black specks or the black
the black speckles that sometimes shade over top of them.
Yeah. Crafty, was that just a figure of speech, Anne, when you said you got to stop the shimmies coming through?
Yeah.
So it's like, how the hell are you going to do that?
Well, water quality can be part of it. So soft water is known to sort of prevent the shimmies from being as aggressive as what they can be in hard water. For example, it's very difficult to keep it as good as you can. Keeping Shisui water quality is key to keeping them looking sweet.
You also get that blue hue to Kikikuru as well, don't you, when they're younger?
Yeah, a lot of fish do. I mean, you got to look at what they start out as, of whether what base color they are, black, white, blue. I'm not 100% on all of them. It's like, because to be quite honest, by the time you get to see them as a tozai or an isai, it doesn't really matter because you know what variety they are and you've got an idea. So having the understanding of what they start out of, like a lot of people wouldn't realise that certain fish start out completely black and then don't end up staying completely black when it starts to develop white and red and fucking green and purple and pink and
purple and pink. I love that. Right then, Mark Oxo. Question: if I had a big blue with a bone char, so I'm guessing the bone char, is that the one that it does for heavy metals and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, the bone char, I believe, goes after the normal charcoal or carbon.
Yeah, so bone char strips metal.
Yeah.
Best person to ask. I'm not an expert on it. Bone char is metal, carbon is chlorine, basically.
Yeah. So he's asking, if I had a big blue with bone char, should it be before the carbon big blue or after? You know, is there a wrong or a right side?
There will be. They'll have different filtration values, i.e. when you do your three-stage systems cartridge-wise, paper, activated carbon, and then whatever the other one is. I personally, and I may be wrong, but I would go looking at what we've got in the shop, activated carbon, then bone char.
Yeah, I'm going to say most of the ponds and people that I have seen that I've got them on have the active carbon first, followed by the bone char afterwards.
Yeah, that's the way I'd go. But if people think different in the comments, put it in there with a reason why you think it's different. And then
I put the active carbon. I put it after the active carbon, Matt, so that the bone char isn't wasted to removing chlorine and let it do its main job to remove the metals. Yeah, there you go. See.
That's common sense. That's the way I see it.
Here you go. Here's the answer. Activated carbon first removes chlorine, chloramines, organic compounds, odors, and many chemicals. Protects bone char from the following fouling by organic.
You know what I was trying to do then? I was trying to get people to comment. But you're right, mate. Yeah.
And Dave says there, yes, yep, actually, very happy. What was hoping for? Sweet, happy days, mate. That's what we want to hear. Vince says,
and if anyone wants one of them, I've got a couple in the shop actually. That's from the same breeder that has turned into them.
Yeah. Jason says blue Shisui tend to go white as they age.
Yeah, so it's all
back
about.
In there, though, didn't the Shisui used to go real dark navy blue, didn't they? Real dark in comparison to what they are.
I've had a couple in the shop that you can tell. So I don't know why, but someone told me, "Oh, that's a true blue," and it was somebody in the know. I'm not going to say the name, right? And that just stuck with me forever. And over the time I've been here, I've only had 3 that I know have stayed real true blues, because I see updates from the customers that have bought them, because I too want to see what they turn into. And every single one of them has stayed blue. But I agree, Vince, they do tend to have that white skin develop as it starts to layer up. And I think that's why you have to have that really deep pigment of blue in the skin in a Shisui. You know, you start putting a fish like what we've just seen, that's, looking at it, that development, that sumi is going to take over. You can see it. So you've got to think of the variety and what's going to happen with the development of the fish to know whether you're going to keep it or not.
There you go. So then, what's your topic for this evening, Matt? Would you rather we wait for Rick to join and we can discuss that one that you posted, and we can let anybody else?
We can wait for Rick to join.
We'll wait for Rick as well, and then we've got and same with that one that you brought up as well, Crafty. That one that you posted me and sent me. We'll wait, and then we've got all 4 of us on. Rick should be already with us. I'm guessing he's either burnt the tea and he's had to start it over and do it again, or he's now having to do a quick fly around with the feather duster and back up before he joins us as well. So who knows? He's going to kill me. Got anything you want to? Anything else you would like to share or declare?
Have you got a shipment tomorrow?
Yeah, we have, mate.
So have I.
We've got a shipment tomorrow, and then once that shipment's in, Kevin Ryan disappear off over to Japan for the Old Japan Koi Show, where they've got 95 entries in this year.
I didn't know if he was. I didn't know if he was telling anyone how many he had.
Well, he's posted it on Facebook group, so
Okay.
that's the only reason why I blabbed. But yeah, 95 entries this year, which is, there's some new customers and some original customers, and obviously, that's a heck of a representation for Exclusively Koi out there this year over there.
It's an excellent representation for UK.
Yeah, it is, mate. Yeah, 100%.
Not just Exclusively Koi, for the UK.
Yeah,
right? They're flying the flag in Japan for that. There's other UK dealers that are entering as well, but the volume that Ryan and Kev have taken is fucking insane.
I spent hours talking with Ryan, discussing which fish I think he should potentially take and which ones he shouldn't do, and we finally nailed it down to 95.
Mate, I've had those conversations with Ryan as well, and
mate, there's some beautiful fish in it. I swear to God, there is some stunning stuff.
Absolutely, but for me, as long as people, in my mindset, right, because there's a lot of expectancy when people go into a koi show, all right, especially the first timers, all right.
I'd agree with that, mate. Yeah,
there's expectancy. However, your expectancy has got to be in line with realism. This is what I was trying to say last week as well, right? Knowing what Ryan is taking and Kev is taking, the volume is there, all right? So with every additional fish that is taken, there is an additional expectation to go with that. So it's a lot of weight on their shoulders to perform. However, they're not in control of what gets won and what doesn't get won. They can only put in what they've been fed themselves. And I know the way that Ryan's done it this time, he has put his own money behind it before anyone else has bought it. He hasn't got people to buy it to enter it. He's done it the other way around, so that's off to him on that. But as long as people understand that if the awards don't come, right, it's already a great achievement to own a fish that goes
to own a fish that enters into that category
and carry on supporting it. That's what I say. Don't, right, because ultimately you can't win everything that you enter. And one day you will get some, but don't expect some every time. The fish I've put in, we've had good and bad results. I'll say bad results. They've just not come in the running. But then the next year, they've always been better than the first year. But I don't put them back in because I bring them back home.
Yeah.
Right. So, there's a lot to it. And not only that, but some fish don't ever go back in, even though they're kept in Japan, because they're just not right.
Yeah.
They may not be quite developed enough, or they may need another season.
Might not just hit that size category, or they may have gone over it by a little bit, or
by a centimetre, which takes them into a completely new competition.
That's the thing, though. Then if it has done and it's gone over, then they've got the time between that competition and the next one to try push it that little bit more to get more body onto it to get it ready and into that stage.
You've got Japan show scene is nothing like the UK show scene. Over here you are judged on what you own and how you keep and how you present your fish, where in Japan you own it and someone else does all the work for you. And you are at the beck and call of those breeders that want to showcase them fish. The other part is the financial aspect. Right, you could be paying up to the likes of £500 to £1,000 to enter your own fish into that competition. Where over here you buy a vat worth £60 and put a point percentage of fish into that vat. If you was to pay, right, look at some people. Let's focus on Lee Hadfield. Right, you put 8 fish into a vat and they're £100 a piece. That's £800. Who's going to do that over here? All right, the financial aspect is completely different. The show is run by the competitors, not the actual dealers or the breeders. So you have to think of that as well.
Be cool to be involved with, though, mate.
Absolutely, you've got to be in it to win it, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, you definitely have. Paul's asked us a quick question here. Will it work? I have no idea. Gravity to Awaze drum, then into Awaze UV. Are we doing a bit of a promotional thing here with a bit of the old Awaze dropper clangers? So drum to UV, then to custom bio, then pump back to the pond, or will it? I have to fit other pumps in there too.
The issue I can see there is the bit between the Awazi drum and the UV. How are you going to get the flow? Aha! Sensei! Hi!
Sorry. Sorry.
Did you bend tea?
The issue there would be
tea's gone.
The flow of the water between the drum and the Awazi UV. Because unless you're going to use a submersible separate UV, you ain't going to get a 4-inch pipe that's going to allow the flow of the water to go into your bio to then get.
Would it not be better to have the UV on the return back in?
Yeah, I would go through the bio, then the pump, then the UV.
Depends what UV unit it's got, though, doesn't it? If it's got the Awaze UV system that fits on the side of the drum.
Oh yeah,
you've got to have your bio filter after your UV.
Yeah.
Will it work?
I don't know how far away you are from the shop. I don't know where you live, mate, without looking it up. But if you wanna maybe email in what your setup is, right? Because I know that you got a lot of stuff from us. If you email me, Anthony at perfectaquatics.co.uk. I don't want any other dirty emails and stuff. It's my work email account. Right? Email me with a diagram of your setup, and I'll give you a call and we'll have a discussion over it, Paul. All right, mate.
Either or.
Well,
they do a 4-inch UV anyway before the drum if you want it. Not cheap.
I thought that's what they done.
Or you can do it after with any old UV, can't you? If it's pump fed.
He's got the 2 stainless steel ones that Lee's got on his for those people that need a visual representation. So they're designed to fit on the back of the drum. Buy into Awaze, stay Awaze. They're like Apple.
You reckon?
Look, mate, they're an Apple product, aren't they? Every pipe is.
What's that? Rotten at the core.
It's supposed to be 4-inch, but it's a few inch smaller than 4-inch. So you can't actually buy 4-inch unless you go to Awaze.
You've got to stick.
Everything sticks with Awaze.
What about Barbara's question then? What temperatures would you recommend starting feeding again in an unheated pond or pod? But I'm guessing she meant pond. Pond. Could be both.
Me,
This
Depends
goes. This goes off the back. That goes off the back of the email that I put. Well, not the email.
Which we could do that, and we will cover Barbara's question. Then how about that, Matt? Right then. Where was it? He stole it. Somebody's moved it. Somebody's nicked the question. It's gone. Sweet. For me, we're all super prepared, and now I can't even find my own post. 1 second. We'll find it. There it is.
Super prepared.
Right.
Yes.
Super prepared. Feeding koi this time of year. Matt's headline of his topic. I see so many people stop feeding their fish no matter what. We'll see if we can find the post that was asking the question, and 75% of the people were saying that they stop feeding either for a time frame, example November till beginning of April, or when the pond goes below 10 degrees, they stop totally. And then I would imagine when the pond comes back up above 10 degrees, they start feeding again.
That's what I was reading. I never did find the post, but I was gobsmacked of how many people on there were saying, no, as soon as I hit November, I stop feeding and I don't feed again until March. End of.
Right, Barbara, pin your ears back because we're about to have a discussion. So go for it.
Me personally, I'm feeding them the food that is suitable, and if the fish are looking for it, then I will feed it.
And what would that be? Suitable food?
Mine at the moment is JBD.
Pale barley, by any chance?
JBD. But yeah, and I've never had an issue with it. If in my eyes, I think in the wild, if the fish were hungry, they would be able to pick up the food. In our ponds, they can't because there's not a lot in a pond for them to get. And I've never had an issue with it. But obviously, you don't want to be having food in the pond, sitting around and not being consumed.
And then you also don't want to overfeed in certain temperatures where you haven't got the biomass to deal with the waste.
Freaking answer.
Yeah.
But if it works, mate, it works.
It's a good idea though for Barbara though, isn't it? Because if she's thinking about feeding and she's in an unheated pond and she's temperatures below 10 degrees, you have less beneficial bacteria. As it's colder, it doesn't produce as much, does it?
Yeah, well, I think that's the difference. Is obviously with the pet shop license and the tasks that we have to do, we're checking our water on a regular basis, even through the winter. And we would be able to identify if we did have a problem with ammonia or nitrite. So, and then you would ease up. But if your filters are coping and the fish are looking for the food, then in my eyes, why shouldn't you give it to them?
Here we go.
Good topic, isn't it?
It's a good topic.
It's a topic that never ever will come up with a right answer.
I think there is lots of right answers. There is right answers.
The right answer, Rick.
The month of the year makes no difference, does it?
Say that again.
The calendar day, week, month, if you stop feeding in November, that's nonsense. It's all to do with water temperature and also to do with the age of the fish and the environment they're in. So as a dealer like Matt, myself, whatever, you're dealing with young fish that are active and need to sustain energy. Whereas if you've got a pond of 75 centimetre fish, it's a different story, isn't it? That those fish have got that, and they're going to be in a lot more danger of eating a lot on a mild day. And then suddenly you get a cold snap, your water temperature drops, and they got a gut full of food that's going to start rather than digest rot. And this is the issues. So you can't. It's not a one. Every pond's different. All the fish are different. And
different foods perform differently.
Yeah,
different foods. Yeah. It's a mindset.
There's lots of aspects to it, isn't there?
In my eyes, if a fish is using energy, it needs to replace
it needs to replace that energy, yeah. Or otherwise, it's going to start losing mass if it's using energy and not going to replace it. It's going to be taking it from its reserves, then, isn't it?
So on the flip side, right? If you're feeding, right, and your fish is not burning that consumption, right? And then you get the conversion into fat rather than muscle, and then you lose body conformation.
That's a myth. You can't turn fat into muscle, regardless.
No, he didn't say that. He didn't say that.
No,
conversion.
Right. So the conversion of the food goes to body fat rather than burning it off and creating muscle, so you lose body conformation. Right.
Sorry. I apologise.
Then
did you read out the McDonald's package?
Absolutely not, mate. I know it through living it. Right. But that's the flip side, right? So you have to bear that in mind as well. All right. So you fatten your coir and they're not burning that off, right? Then come spring, summer, you've then got to try and change that body conformation back to
which is why when Alan turned around and said to me when I showed my 2 Yamabukis, then he said, Gaz, you need to look at up in your flow. You need to get that, and that's for rather than be storing too much in fat, that they want to be converting that food that they're taking into muscle mass,
into energy that creates muscle.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you not think the biggest indicator then is what your fish are actually doing? What, like how that flagged up to me was I went into one of my sheds, and I know it's running at 7.5 degrees in there at the moment, but I went in there, all the fish came to one end of the shed or the ponds, and as I walked to the far end, they all followed me and they all gathering up around one end where I was looking for food. And they were left and be, and you can see them just shooting up and down the pond looking for food. So they're using that energy. So surely it's got to be better.
Is it enough though? That's the thing, right? So you have to then that's what I'm getting at. Is it enough, right? So Sunday temperatures at my house? I knew the waters had warmed up. The fish were up and they was grazing on the algae that's around the side of the pond, right? I put a handful in, they eat it. I put another handful in, they eat it. Right, greedy fuckers, they eat too much. Next day, -2 degrees, frozen over on top. They're all sat on the bottom. They have not got a chance to then convert that energy into movement because the body temperatures have crashed and they're just sat on the bottom. So now what's happening? It's just storing it into the fish.
Or it's rotting in the fish.
Or rotting in the fish, especially if you're on a high protein food where they can't digest it even harder.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be on high protein. You wouldn't be on a high protein food at this time of year, would you?
But people do though, Matt. That's the thing, right? Because let's face it, a lot of people out there will not go and buy a temperature-related food for their pond. They will buy fish food without the understanding that that food should be operated between a certain degree Celsius. In it goes, right? They just see a hungry fish, in it goes, without knowing what the negatives are behind what they've just put in. You've got to have an easier digestible food in a colder water. We know that, but not everybody does, right? And a lot of people don't necessarily. They'll finish what they've got for what they've bought in the summer because they've still got 2.5 kilos, right? They won't stop feeding that and then go and buy a winter-based food. They will finish what they've got before they go and buy a winter-based food.
And what's the damage? What damage can that do to a fish doing that? Is it you're wasting the product and the fish is not going to get the benefits out of that higher energy protein food? Or are you running a risk of putting the fish in, some kind of
grave danger?
Well, yeah.
I like grave danger.
Is it? Or is it? I'm not saying one way or other. I'm asking the question. If you was to feed growth food through summer, they're going to be using those foods to gain growth and put on mass. Now, if they're eating those high protein foods in winter, are they just going to be shitting it out the other end and not taking the benefit out of it, or is it going to cause problems?
They're not going to digest it, mate. So that you haven't got that.
They won't be able to digest it, will they?
It's like eating sweet corn. What goes in there comes out there, right? It's still a sweet corn, right? There's no nutritional value whatsoever. Right?
It's not just that though. It's the danger of
it's sitting within the digestive
guts.
That's why I was asking what I was asking.
Yeah,
but it's one of them, isn't it? For your pond to drop between the temperature where they're willing to come up and feed and suddenly not be able to digest food for a long enough period to be a problem. That's quite extreme, isn't it?
It's very extreme, isn't it? It is.
So it's again the same thing. You could stop feeding your fish when the first frosts come in December and not feed them again until April. And you probably would never lose a fish because of that. They will be pretty lean machines. You probably would never lose a fish because
it depends what your starting point is, though, Rick, right?
Yeah, if it was already lean before it went in there, it'd be damn near.
Then you get emaciated.
Yeah, then you get emaciated.
Or if you've got a very well proportioned, heavily bodied fish, then you've got to then capitalise on that again and account for that weight loss.
we should just take our fish on holiday with us to a warm. It is one of them. It is difficult. I think you just got to read the pond, read the age of the fish, read your environment, how they're behaving, and this is where being a fish keeper is a bit of a
minefield.
It's a minefield, but it's a feeling. You get a feeling of you own a dog, right? Your dog comes up to you for food, you feed it, right? If you don't know any better, it comes up to you food an hour later, and you feed it an hour, and before you know, you've got one of those fat dogs that can't walk.
But that's the Labrador.
It's not just a Labrador, though, is it? But yeah.
Or you've got 3 extra shits in the garden you've got to clean up.
But that's if they don't know when to if you all feed them and they don't know when to stop, you just keep feeding them, don't you? At what point does your brain go, well, actually, they've eaten 25 kilos and they've just shit out 25 kilos. They don't need that much food.
Yeah,
we don't need as much food as we eat, but it's a.
That's why some of us are in mint condition.
I'm in mint condition, mate.
What? There was no fucking casting of judgment.
I am in
I just
fucking
did what I
pristine
want.
condition. Mate,
Guys,
I'm better than mint. I'm pristine
Big
condition.
bullshit.
Do you know what I'm going to say right now? Right, the 24-hour live. I think
because I know somebody that uses that one.
24-hour live. The 24-hour live isn't happening, but we could make this so much better, so much quicker.
I'm going to prove how much of a mint condition I'm in.
Oh, there we
You're
go.
not, mate.
We got
I reckon at the national, right, when we're all together at a show, when there's a lot of people, we're going to do a 100-meter sprint. Right?
Oh, you fucked! I've smashed you, a lot of you.
100 meters.
Fuck off, mate. I've done that in 8 seconds.
There you go. So,
Yeah, when you were 16, not 16 stone.
Oh, Marco up in Glasgow, he wants to do a calendar with us lot all on it.
Not a fucking chance.
You
We've
can
done
get
that last
fucked,
time, we've done it.
mate. No, not
We,
naked.
we
mate.
have done a calendar, but we all had his clothes on, so that was safer. And I'm pretty sure where he'd be going with that.
a 24-hour live or a 100-meter run. It's like over in 28 seconds or whatever. It's 100 meters.
Mate, we'll all be dead.
Race to McDonald's, Newark.
I'm thinking the time you're going to have to get the first aid out, the ambulance, the hospital visits, and then my post-mortem, and then the funeral. That's a lot more than 24 hours.
Nah, we'll be fine. I'll carry you, mate. Well, I'll tell you
We
what
can all be in beds across from each other in A&E where we're all having a heart attack.
Piggybacks.
Upnight Corp has asked us, at what point does Koi start to use the food for excess egg production rather than converting it into growth stroke body mass? Bearing in mind he's meaning female fish, as male fish don't produce them.
This is
in condition. Here we go. Here we go.
Mate, that's a mental question. And I think what people misunderstand is the amount of eggs a fish is going to produce is already predetermined before they produce them.
Sorry, I was distracted by this rather buff-looking crafty that I've just been sent through, which is obviously
Is it in a bikini?
No, this is better than the bikini one.
Mate, this when I was in my prime.
Yeah, and he had no hair then either.
Can you imagine, Crafty, if that was
Mate,
you?
that's all disguised at the minute, right? That's under there at the minute. I only have
No, it's definitely under
for a
there,
week,
yeah.
and that's
It's
what
like
I'm left with.
It's like sue me, innit? It's just waiting to pop.
Oh,
Someone else, that,
I love AI. It's mint, isn't it?
right? So anyway, going back to this
sensible question.
See, if you imagine the ovaries of a fish and they've got 100,000 cells, an ovary is a cell. They don't produce more. They just sort of get a bit bigger. So a fish that's going to carry a lot of eggs is going to carry a lot of eggs. And if you've got a fish that's got that female structure where they're going to carry a lot of eggs, and if you overfeed them, those eggs they become larger in themselves. Each cell, so it's 100,000 cells. If they come 1% bigger, it's 100,000 cells getting 100% bigger. They don't tend to produce more eggs. They just produce bigger eggs.
So, Rick, question for you then on this one: Would
your sperm doesn't get bigger?
Would a fish be able to control the amount of eggs by the environment condition it's kept? So, mentally, if there's a good water supply, clean water, plenty of food coming in, can it regulate? Well, because so many animals can do that.
Like, there are some that can, but
there's a lot of animals that can do that. By the age of the fish isn't just necessarily the thing; it's the habitat. Like foxes, say for instance, they can control how many they have in their litter by the amount of food in the area. If she can,
is that by consuming any extras that they add? Or they actually produce less pups if there's less food.
I don't know whether.
Yeah, but that's to do with, like, if you're malnutritioned, generally you will produce less sperm, eggs, whatever. So if you're in a harsh environment, you're not going to turn into a massive egg laying machine. But like what Simon's saying there is if you give your fish an amazing environment, do they generally develop more eggs? No, not necessarily. If you buy a fish with the right body structure, the right genetics, it's not suddenly going to turn into a giant eggy machine. What will happen is if you've got a fish that is predisposed to be that big egg machine, then it will become that. Does that make sense? So you can't. And this is where the frame and stuff comes into fish, and the bone structure and the environment. You're always going to give them the best environment. That's what you're going to do with a koi. But generally, we can't do that. But if you could do that, a giant chagoi might develop a huge amount of eggs, 10 pound of eggs. A meter chagoi might develop 10, 12 pound of eggs, whereas a sankey might only develop 3 pound of eggs. So there's a difference between the genetic. So everything about them is kind of different. So the environment does play a part, but you're not going to overfeed your fish in the winter and suddenly they can develop a greater number of eggs. They might become bigger and the fish gets fatter.
So are you saying then that a fish will already not determine, but that fish will produce, let's just say, 100,000 eggs next season because of the size of the fish?
Pretty much to do with the size of the fish and the early environment. So from the minute it's, say, spawned, if the factors are good in terms of amount of food, water quality, lack of stock, because all these things play a part, don't they? So imagine you're trying to condition a fish. You start conditioning it from when it's got rid of its eggs right the way through. You're not just going to give it a shit environment until 4 weeks before you want to spawn it and then feed it like fuck. Sorry, I'm French again, but
fluent. I appreciate fluent languages. It's good.
But to make a fish fat and look eggy is not developing the number of cells in the ovaries. They are almost predetermined from when that process starts. You don't. If you imagine, right, that fish spawns, it doesn't then go, well, I've got 2 eggs now. I've got 4, 12, 28, 50. The cells develop in the body and then they mature into viable eggs.
So can you play them with the fertility hatch rate? Not play with it deliberately, but what I'm saying is if you eased off on the food and then the fish wasn't getting the nutrition it needed to produce 100,000 eggs,
viable eggs.
would some
Yeah,
of them
well, yeah,
then
yeah,
be-
you can. Yeah, but you can make a female not produce any eggs at all. If it's spawned and then you give it a really harsh environment, it won't develop eggs for the following season.
And by harsh, you mean?
Well, with lack of food, overstocked, whatever. It's all animals are kind of the same, aren't they? If conditions are not right,
If conditions are favourable, then spawning will take place. If conditions are less so, what the hell, man?
Puppies just buying in with it.
That just brought it in.
So yeah, so imagine. So at the end of when a fish is spawned, you're starting with scratch, aren't you? The female is there, and she will develop the same number or similar number for the following year, if conditions are okay. If conditions are super favourable, she might start with more cells and develop those eggs and become bigger, but with more eggs.
Sometimes a fish can spawn twice in a season, can't they? If the conditions are more favourable.
12 to 14 weeks, you can spawn a koi 3 times in a year.
Wow.
If you really wanted to, you can. But at the end of the day, that's not. How was he doing?
You know, Matt's just run in there and shove that mouse around it.
Gone on.
I don't think so. What Simon's getting, I don't think if you've got a fish, right, that you've fed all summer, and it's got 100,000. They're called gametes. So the eggs. So you've got 100,000 cells that are going to be eggs and whatever. You can't increase that number in the autumn. You can't suddenly just have more eggs. You can make those eggs can develop and become bigger and more viable, and you can also increase what generally happens is the amount of fat the fish carries, so it become more eggy looking because it's carrying the fat around
the mass of
the
eggs.
area. Yeah.
So talk to us about reabsorbing eggs then.
But that only happens. Yeah, if you're talking about a fish that's in
they don't reabsorb them, do they, Rick? They expand and get bigger, don't they, when they're becoming ready for laying them, so to speak. Spawning, should I say. But then if conditions aren't favourable and they don't they retract back in size, don't they, and become smaller? And they're still there. They still hold them in the body.
No, they don't. So if you go to the point, yeah, they will. So they are a particular size. And if you're going to the point of spawning, they will increase in size. But what reabsorbing of eggs is you're putting a fish through a period without the dietary requirements, or through.
So they consume and reabsorb the energy from them again.
If you're in an environment where your body's got to go, well, we need energy, we need this. So if you go into ketosis or whatever as us, you absorb your fat to use as energy. So it's one of the first things to go. If you're going to die because you're not getting enough nutrients, you can reabsorb the eggs. So if you put a fish through, and what you tend to see is a big fat female, if you put it through a summer, they look like they slim down. A lot of that's the fat being removed. But if you push it far enough, they will reabsorb the eggs as well.
I didn't know they could actually do. I mean, I know some stuff like a deer can reabsorb its young if it's a bad season, can't they? Rather than actually giving birth to them. I didn't know that.
I think most mammals or animals can, because dogs can do it as well.
But can they really? I didn't know. I knew some could, but I didn't know all could.
If your body gets to a point of lack of nutrient but the thing is with koi, that never really happens, does it? In reality, most people have got a pond of koi which are being overfed and overlooked after and whatever.
Than what it would be in a natural environment.
They're
not
around
looking for it. Yeah,
struggling to that point. So what you tend to see with koi is they get quite fat coming through the spring, and then they get really fat, and they're putting a lot of body fat because they're being fed foods that are way too rich for that period. And then through the summer, they seem to slim down because they've reabsorbed their eggs. No, they're kind of just trimmed down. They're taking that body fat and then they're using it for a bit of growth and a bit of energy. And you go into the next season, and at any point, those fish generally, if they're carrying eggs, could have been spawned in the spring, in the summer, at a show, wherever you do, the eggs are still there, the same. It's just the body condition changes.
Yeah, that's like Vincent said there. I've never had a spawn in my main pond yet. Moving them into a separate pool, and they did.
Mm-hmm. It's a trigger.
I had one female that spawned 3 times.
Honestly, they can spawn every 12 weeks. If the conditions are perfect, they can
I was pissed off, man.
the eggs and spawn again.
Kept fucking all my water up. Fucking eggs sticking to the
Eggs
window.
everywhere, stuck inside your filter.
Fucking leave her alone, horny bastards. I mean,
Not the boys' fault.
So what are we saying here, Matt, with this one?
Right, well, Rick can do the story about this one.
oh, okay, Rick. Over to you.
Oh,
This
I'm
is-
just going to answer this question first of all, but I'm not 100%. Gaz has got some homework apparently, right? Gaz, homework for Gaz. At 24 degrees, how long does it take to digest? Somewhere roughly within like 3.5 to 4 hours. At 8 degrees, I'm not 100% sure, but I would say that's getting to the point of won't be able to digest the food.
So what happens then?
Then it's going to sit in the gut, innit, and just come through either undigested or go bad.
Not necessarily his tract still working. He could pass it through without digesting it.
Yeah, so it just comes straight through, but then you run a risk of it. Yeah.
It actually,
No, that's my answer.
potentially,
If
it
needs
will-
be, I shall do some homework.
it ferment within the digestive tract.
So for a young toasai, then why do we feed them like every 3 hours if potentially they can only digest the food? Well, I suppose it's so. If you feed them every 3 hours,
Do you want to know why?
they have a digestive. Yeah, they have a digestive tract. I didn't say they had a stomach, but a digestive tract is still considered as a gut. Oh.
But what happens at 4 degrees?
Well, I would have said that at 4 degrees, they've probably gone into torpor and going more down into organs and everything, slowing down and not really doing anything and just ticking over.
They're going into your fridge, aren't they? Where do you keep stuff?
4 degrees.
Why do you put stuff in the fridge for it not to go off? Because nothing happens.
Well, so mine being in my pond then, regardless if they're feeding or eating at like 2 degrees and 3 degrees, which has been dropping down to, they're all just chilled, perfect, kept fresh.
It don't do that at the end of the day. That's where you take the old meat out, go from Matt's, get a bit of venison and just pop it in a cold pond. That's the thing. At 4 degrees, bacterial action basically stops. So nothing's digesting, nothing's doing anything. It's literally stasis.
There you go. Does that answer your question, Alan?
Wow.
Technically, then, when we're feeding toasai and we're banging them through every 3 hours, we're kind of pushing them a little bit more than what they really should do, aren't we? We're forcing food through quicker, more than what we really should. So, really, we should be doing every 4 hour feed.
But look at what Rick gets on his on his food challenges, right? The conversion from food to weight ratio is there. If you're not putting it in, they're not converting it. It's about the digestion of the pellet into the actual body to transform it into growth. So, if you're putting a 2 mil pellet in that high temperature, digestive tract and the metabolism of the koi is so high that it takes all of the goodness out and leaves the crap.
And just fires that straight out.
Not necessarily. You're taking 2 mil down to a small.
Oh, yeah.
That's why sake is so good, because what's in the pellet is absorbed and there's not a lot of waste.
Yeah.
Right. So you're not filling them up with 2 years, because when that's expelled, there's more space for more food. It's not all just coming out as poop. In fact, only a small amount's coming out as poop. Am I right or wrong, Rick?
I don't know. I was just engrossed in your conversation.
At the ideal temperature,
We're trying to make it in layman's terms.
so the ideal temperature when you feed a fish, it takes out all the nutritional value that's in the fish, in the food.
Within a 3.5 to 4 hour period.
No. That was the thing. See, everyone's getting preoccupied about that. if you've got a pond, if you've got 1,000 toads on a pond, and you're feeding them every 3 hours or whatever, that's great.
But not every fish is going to get to eat.
Feeding every fish every 3 hours.
Yes, exactly. Hence the read right. So that's why we go to a 3-hour window, because maybe fish A, B, C, and D didn't get no, but F, G, and all the rest of them did. And you get to mix that ratio up a bit by hoping that the next time it feeds that they do get on the food before the other ones do. So you feed them a little bit more sooner than.
Yeah.
I get it.
But if you overfeed a fish, then you got one fish in the pond and you give it its optimum temperature, optimum amount of food, and it takes out all the nutrition that's inside that food. If you feed them too much, does it pass through the fish quicker, missing some of the nutrition, and they're still in the ship, like a human?
Probably, 100%.
So if I go and
it won't be able to get all the benefits out of it, and would end up wasting some.
If I go to Cosmo,
that's why I was asking earlier when about the same thing. At lower temperatures, are they not getting as much of the benefits out of it as what they would do?
But I'm not going to be funny here, but fish will eat each other's shit anyway.
Yeah, they will. Yeah.
You've also got to remember, right, when you're feeding your koi, the koi aren't taking, one fish is not taking that handful. They're only taking a small amount of the pellet every time. They're not taking that whole handful each.
Oh yeah. It's divided by the number of fish. Some fish don't get none, do they? They just
you've got to look at that as well.
Feeding.
Just look at your fish. They'll fucking tell you if they want to eat or not.
You have to split. That's where you have to start splitting fish up and doing stuff with them, because you will always get dominant fish in a pond that will then grow faster.
From our aspect, we do, but then in a garden pond, and this comes back to right at the beginning when you've got to look at the size of your fish to what you feed, etc. Most people have got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 plus your old fish mixed all within a pond. So you're not got the ability, unless you separate your fish out, to be able to do it properly anyway.
Yeah, but you can't. You cannot create a good growing environment with multiple varieties, multiple ages,
sizes.
It's impossible.
Multiple varieties.
Yeah, don't work. You can't do it, but you can.
Then everyone's filters are completely different. Everyone's water breakdown's completely different. Everyone's ecosystem's completely different. And that's why I said at the start, there's no real right answer. It has to be specifically built to the pond.
Or you have to have in-depth knowledge and go onto a place like this to find out what you need to do for those fish. And you can mix food sizes, sinking, floating, and that big greedy chagoi, you keep using one of those stun guns. It's shocking. Stop.
Yeah. Just net that up, take it out of the water, and then let everything else have a feed, and then reintroduce it.
Won't get away with that, but yeah, that's almost there's no one size fits all. But in reality, when you feed, so our food trial, mate, honestly, we got those growth rates and that conversion rate at 2 or 3 feeds a day, but Optimum's 8 feeds a day.
That's all that we're getting on the growth on the. Excuse me, on the food trial, 2 to 3 feeds a day.
Yeah.
But when you're wanging it in, kind of get
15 kilograms a time.
You have to put more in than the greedy bastards can eat straight away. So the ones that are a bit shy get a chance.
Graze off it after,
It's like, when I hang around McDonald's after Crafty, I get the old boxes thrown out for the little bits of lettuce.
Every now and then there'll be a stray trip that's sitting
is a gherkin in the
window. Or every now and then I'll feed the crow that sits on the wing mirror.
Here we go. What's this about?
Go on then, Rick. Talk to us about it.
Talk to us, Rick.
Well, nice. Give us a bit of background about it.
Yes,
this is
the back.
Oh yeah, blue. Not enough water.
Oh, do you know what? It was so funny, Crafty, because when I went over and filmed it, I went, for fuck's sake, put more water in the pot and bowl. I know what Crafty's going to say, so we did.
Good.
Yeah, is this one of Ollie's ones?
Whoa! It belted it out in the camera. Then that made me jump.
So Ollie was upset that the 4-inch fish he brought weren't fitting the bill, and he paid what, £5 for that. So where do I don't know. That's assuming the gap. That's pretty mental, isn't it? That's a good fish.
It's acrobatic as well.
You can see it was going to do that, and you watch it.
Yeah, you could, man.
Body language, you knew that.
So if I know rightly, this is a fish I sold as a 3 to 4 inch fish to a guy who wanted to grow some on.
Yeah, it is.
And Matt said he wasn't that happy with the outcome because he didn't like it.
But,
so you weren't happy with this now?
No. I think he wasn't expecting something like this. He was expecting a nice sank. I don't know quite what. I don't know.
What did you sell it him as?
Well, no, but he bought a box. He bought like 20 hand-picked 3 to 4 inch fish. And I said, these will all be all right. These are nice little fish. And he's grown them on, but he didn't. I don't know.
This one weren't floating his boat early on.
It wasn't the quality. It's not that he doesn't like it. It just didn't warm his cockles.
Didn't get it or whatever. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So he didn't get it. And I went over there. What was it? 6 weeks ago, and seen it.
Brought it for a tenner.
I went, fucking hell, mate, that. And I had to go back over.
It's only 15 centimeters big there, isn't it?
Yeah, he's about probably 35 cm. Lovely fish.
Would you say 45?
35.
Okay. It was only a 10 centimeter fish. So, yeah, it's doing good.
Yeah, no, it has the growth rate on it. That's why I videoed it, because I like the fish. I think the potential on it, the sumi's coming up on it. Even the patches that are not, they are coming. And I reckon that whole fish is going to be exactly.
It doesn't need to, that's it.
It doesn't, but I think it's going to.
Mate.
I'll bring that back up afterwards in a minute.
That's it's a variety no one sees. It's not something I've tried to produce. That's from the Matsukawabaki that we do. But that's a lovely fish, isn't it?
Yeah.
I ain't finished yet.
If you bought that as a £5 fish,
it's not finished yet. That head pattern comes through and develops on that. And if you get a bit more of that patterning filling up on every single scale, that look mint.
Right. So on this fish, because it didn't warm his cockles, starting bid, you're going to have your carriage on it, but starting bid, £10, and we'll let it go on for the evening.
Oh, is he selling it?
Yeah.
Oh, my day.
Starting at a tenner. And that is stupid. But
where is this fish at present, Matt?
Right. So security-wise, it is in a grow-on tank with only Rich's fish in there. He's only actually got my fish and Rich's fish, but in his grow-on, it is just all New Forest koi fish. 100% vouch for it. There's no issues at all. And yeah, it just didn't warm me. Yeah. If it doesn't warm your cockles, it doesn't warm your cockles.
There we go. Vince, straight in, 60 quid. If anybody else would like to make a bid, you can keep on bidding away at that particular fish throughout the evening, and we'll let it go. We're not gonna put a timer on it. We're just gonna turn it on and say, what's the delivery cost? That's
normal, 30 quid.
Normal, which would be, bear in mind that it's quite energetic as well, and it's pretty good at jumping, so that's also going to be a bonus too. But we're at 60 quid so far with Vince, and we'll just let it progress too. So basically, this is a fish that doesn't float his boat. There's nothing wrong with the fish. It's just not his cup of tea, and you're moving it on for him.
And he's coming to Japan in February with me, so wants the money.
Now we're at 100 quid with Paul. There you go, Paul. I shall let you guys keep. Anybody wants to keep bidding it, anybody wants to be in on it, anybody wants to bid on it, feel free to keep adding it, and I will just keep a track of it throughout the night. And at the end, it goes for what it goes for, ladies and gents. There we go. That one is now at 100 quid. And he can put 120 from our Vince, and he can put that then to whatever he buys or whatever he spends when he goes to Japan with yourself, Matt, and buy himself another very similar fish to grow on again. There we go. Rick's done one. He's gone. He's got to just realise that he'd left his food in oven, and he needs to run down there right quick and make sure that he. I'm going to leave that with a star on for you, Vince. So I know that you've got that one at 120 at present. Right, daft question. Not a daft question. End of the day, all questions are relevant. Whether or not you know the answer is what makes it. Whether or not it's a good one. Daft question. But in -5 conditions, if you have a koi delivered, won't it freeze the bag? Oh, sorry, freeze the water in the bag at -5. If you had a fish delivered in -5 conditions, would it freeze the water in the bag?
It wouldn't do the fish any good, and nobody would be sending fish out that are potentially going to be in a -5 situation overnight anyway.
Oh, and there we go. We've got all these koi there already. Thanks, Rick. Was not pissed off with the fish. Have any of the fish really enjoyed growing them on? There you go. Ollie, so far, you're 120 in, mate.
Where's Koi Dreams Amanda located?
If you don't tell us it, postcode and all that kind of thing, but just whatever.
Whereabouts in the world?
Koi Dreams Amanda. Whereabouts are you in the world?
If you have koi delivered, to be fair, they're generally travelling in a van that's not -5.
Yeah, okay. The driver, you can imagine him turning up and he's got icicles hanging out of his nostrils.
But they're
North
not.
Yorkshire.
They're not. So our issue is when they go to the hub office, they're not temperature controlled, but they are indoors, so they're not going crazy. Although we had all our fish return the other day, it was a nightmare. The lorry got snowed before snowed in before I got to Birmingham, so the fish will come home. Oh, great! But anyway, that was a different. That's transport in England, isn't it? There was that much snow.
Next to Gaz, yeah.
My concern would be what the temperature swing is from the bag to the pond at -5.
Yeah, what temperature would the fish be going into?
It's at the -5. It's not going to happen in transport because your water's in a bag that's in a box, that's in a van, that's like in a garage, so to speak. It's not going to be -5 for a majority of the time.
It's probably
it's like having a glass of water in your home with no heating on. Right? It's not even going to be iced over because you've not got the wind chill factor expected and whatnot. So, but the issue is going from the bag to the pond. If your pond's -5,
well, you're going to be getting it in there because it's going to be frozen over anyway.
That's the issue, isn't it?
But yeah, so we generally stop all orders if it's going to be below freezing. We stop shipping.
Absolutely.
Just because you can't guarantee the couriers, although they're never left outside or whatever, you are exposing yourself to problems. But you're also in communication with the customer. If they've got a heated tank they're putting the fish in at 20 degrees and your fish are coming from 5 degrees, then not.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's a balance, isn't it? So it's just being sensible, isn't it?
Being truthful.
Which is the better, going up in temperature or down in temperature?
Both is bad.
Yeah, but up's going to be better out of the two, isn't
Up's better of the two, though, isn't it? But depends on the swing.
You're putting it into 100-degree water, mate. That's not good, is it?
You can eat it in half an hour later, though.
But no, it's. I think you got to just be sensible. You got to keep your parameters as close as you can. For it to be it's sensible, isn't it? And how many people have tried to buy fish off me since from indoors that are going in outdoor ponds? It just don't happen. You can't risk it.
Which is the reason why
off you go. Right, so have you got a heated pond? Yeah. Okay, what's your heater called? What's your heater on? What sort of pond setup have you got?
8 degrees.
Sure you're heated? Well, what do you mean by heated? And then all of a sudden you start to extract that info because people just want to take the fish without realising the detrimental effect of potentially killing it that you're going to do. or making it really poorly, or
I was saying there, Rob Foxy Fox has said, Foxy Fox has said they don't react so much with an upswing compared to a downswing. Right, Rick.
Let's put Shiro at Saurian that. Let's put Shiro at Saurian.
Don't talk to Rick about swinging, for God's sake.
No, Pam will be on in no time.
Well, we have spoke about this. Right. The outer edges of a pond where it's shallow or shallower can receive temperatures up to 30 and 40 degrees. Yeah?
Not
In
30,
a good hot summer's month.
Let's not say 30 and 40. That's a big difference. 30 degrees.
30 to 50. Well, it would be fair to say that most people's ponds this summer got up to anywhere between 28 and 30 degrees.
Yes.
Yeah. So in the shallows, if they had a shallow area of that pond, those shallow areas would have been anything more with a 5-degree fluctuation. Yes?
Correct.
Right. So those fish that can come into those shallow areas to bask in the sun and then get startled by a predator and think, shit, got to get out of here, and dive to the bottom of the pond if it's 4 to 5, 6 foot deep, could be hitting temperatures which are 10 degrees cooler at that depth than what they are at the edges.
So,
but they can take that 10 to 15 degrees fluctuation to warm to cold, no problem. But yet when we come to transporting and shifting a fish, why is it a problem? If they can do it naturally themselves.
There's a big difference to it, though.
Oh, I knew this. Yeah, good on, go for it, guys.
Basically, you've got a pond, right? So your ambient temperature, so our pond is 20 degrees, and we've got a hot bit of blanket weed around the side in one of the ponds that's 30 degrees, and the bottom might be 15 degrees. So you've got a massive swing, but the fish are choosing, so they'll bolt down into the deep for cover, and then they'll choose to come back up to the warm. But when you've got a fish at 20 degrees and you go, right, I'm shipping it to its new home, and its new home is 10 degrees, and there is no escapism, there is no escapism. That is it. It's dropping 10 degrees.
That's it. That's what you get in. Get in there.
And that's when you get this big stress. It's got no choice in that, is it?
Well, what happens if a predator don't piss off for hours and hours and hours and it thinks, oh shit, I've got to stay down here?
Yeah, but that's when they get stressed, and that's when they get pissed off for life.
Which is better, the stress or the death.
That's what they do.
That's what they're doing, though, isn't it? That's what this fight or flight, isn't it? And they fly to save themselves.
What does every carp do in every lake in the planet? It will look for that warm bit, and it will risk death or eating the food that might be caught on a bit of string from some guy cooking. And that's what they do. And they choose where they go, and that environment is their natural environment. But when you put them somewhere, a square box that's 10 degrees,
from another square box that's 24 degrees.
It's different, isn't it? That's like a weird captive environment that can cause, if a fish.
How did it do it? Right. No, all right. Yeah, I get what I'm going to do it because I've seen it. We've all seen it. Everybody's seen it. Matt's seen it. Crafty's seen it. We've shown it on here, I think, at one point. How do they do it when they've got these fish in a lorry, right? When they turn around, we will acclimate a fish, blah, 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 stick it in a bag, live 45 minutes, job is good, and take it out, put it in your pond, ta-da, job done, yeah? How do they do it when they're doing these great big transporters full of fish, where they're literally just juking them down a chute that fire them 40 foot in straight into freezing cold rivers, and the fish all get belted straight out instant? No acclimation, nothing. Bush, straight in.
Some survive, some don't. A lot of them bounce off down the fucking road, don't they?
You know the type that I'm meaning, though, don't they? Yeah. Over in states that they use them, and they have special machines that they just pour them straight in, and they literally get launched 60 foot, 70 foot straight into a river or a lake.
Yeah, but they're fine. At the end of the day, that's a salmon jumping up a waterfall, a carp jumping through. It's natural. All we got to do this and we got to do that. We've created with koi, something that's so delicate at times that if we don't do that, we can have issues. But they're not the natural. A normal carp you could catch on a rod and line, put it on a bit of hot sand, roll it around for 5 minutes, chuck it into a different pond that's a different temperature. It will come back and start feeding again. It ain't bothered. But if you do that with a top end kahaku that's 10 grand, that's like absolute peach. You've only got to show it the sand, and it's like, oh, I'm dead now.
And there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
Who the fuck's going to do that with 10 grand fish?
But what I'm saying is that's life. That's life across the board, isn't it? Koi are not survival of the fittest.
Well, we're
kidding ourselves. We're talking about survival of the prettiest against survival of the fittest.
yeah. So technically, the prettiest not always the strongest.
No, I'm not.
No. Cam's very delicate, isn't she?
Oh, yeah.
I think it's the more ornamental you get, the more hardy, the more susceptible to everything them fish are.
But no, but I think things have changed. This is the thing. So if you imagine like 50 years ago, you've got your little koi farm and you're breeding this is bright orange and this, so you keep that one best one, regardless of its strength or regardless of its growth or regardless of whatever, because it is the most unique one. This is how you create koi, isn't it? But they become weak. Now the farms are like, oh shit, we've got to make sure that they can grow well and they've got good body structure and they're strong and they're this and they're that. Suddenly the how you choose those fish as parents has changed. It's no longer about just being the most orange or the most red or the most whatever. It's now about body structure and strength and genetic quality and all the rest of it. We've learned. So
craft.
I think it's one of those things, but you'd be blinkered to think koi are the strongest of their variety, or because they come from carp that can live in mud, kicked about and whatever. They come from that strength.
Oh, they drop trout in Canada from planes.
And they fly fish for them as they drop in.
They have to, because there's no fucking roads in Canada, man. The only way to get to some water is by plane.
How would you need to be restocking somewhere in Canada that you haven't even got a road to get to?
Yeah, and you can't get to. You got to skydive. You got to skydive in there with your rod to go and fish it.
Mate, my fucking mate lives over there fighting the bushfires, mate, and he airdrops into fucking wildfires that are
mate.
Got no roads for hundreds of meters, hundreds of miles.
Hundreds of miles, more like. Yeah, I want to say. Rob's asked a question.
Parachutes in. Firefighter. Yay! What a shit job. Fuck that.
Do fish ever get cold tested like an opposite to heat ramping? They're doing my pond, Rob. 100%.
No, don't get cold tested, do they? There's no need to cold test.
I definitely get tested for cold. Have that. That's it.
He's missed the point as well. Heat ramping is not heat ramping.
It
is cold testing as well. That's the whole
up
point.
And down, up and down.
Yeah, that's not cold. It's the ramping part of you chill them as much as heat them, is what you're saying.
It is pushing their boundaries on temperatures from low to high a couple of times.
So, on that point then, Rick, can you heat ramp when you've only got a heater?
Heater, no.
No, you need coolers as well, don't you, to chill it again.
Or you just need natural temperature to, like I did with mine the other day, accidentally went away, switched the heat pump off, 27 down to 7 degrees in 5 days or whatever.
I was going to say, how long's that take? Yeah.
Correct. They took it really well. I now know they're well good for that.
They're cold ramped.
Mate, that was a nightmare. It wasn't quite that quick, but it was. And then the heat pump just did not like the cold. It could not get it going properly.
Is it working now properly?
Yeah, they're back
Well,
up
it's
to
an
20,
over.
back up to 20, whatever, 23, 24.
Question from Paul. How long should you take to raise or lower the temperatures of a new koi before adding it to the pond, and how close is safe?
Can I answer that question?
Only if you know the answer.
The answer is you shouldn't have to be doing it, because you should be buying for somebody that's already done it.
Yeah, but they're buying it from you, but it might turn up on the truck at 4 degrees.
Or he may have a heated pond and you're at ambient temperature.
Should you take?
You didn't know the answer.
Oh, sorry. I'm misreading that. I was thinking Paul was saying that he was.
I'm going to say, I thought that meant in the sense of a degree a day. If you were lowering the temperature of fish or half a degree a day and doing it day by day by day by day till it was at that temperature to be at the same as where it was going or being moved to.
I read that as in how long does he need to heat ramp it for?
Right.
No.
But basically, you really try and need to rule of thumb as close as you can get. 2 degrees is good. If you're changing the temperatures, drop it a couple of degrees every couple of days in order to change it.
Yeah, degree a day is comfortable enough for a minute.
Let's all put this into massive perspective.
But now we're going to go down Rick's. Right,
no, nothing to do with me. This is nothing. This is absolutely out of my zone, 100%. Right. So we're all talking about you buy a fish, you got to do this, you got to acclimatize it, you do that. Right. So you've got your 10-gram fish from Sacking, you brought it back, and you've done amazing shit with it. You take it to a show. How when you put it in that show vat over a weekend, what does that go through?
Temperature swings like nobody's business.
10 degrees
easily.
Easy, yeah. Right. So
I didn't listen to your build-up question, mate. I do apologise.
Well, I'm just saying, people are worrying about half a degree here, 2 degrees there, whatever, and yet you're taking your prize, absolute fucking top dog fish to the national show for the weekend, and that fish is now going to go through something it's never seen, probably, because it's now going to go through 20 to 10 to 20 to 10. It's going to do 10-degree swings. It's not
at an extremity, yeah.
But that is pretty much what's going to happen in English June in a show vat, which is that's what's going to happen, and they will take it no bother at all, as long as they've got no underlying issues. It's mental, isn't it? You buy your fish and you got to float it and you got to get it and then you take it to a show and it's going to go through that. It's like it blows my mind sometimes.
No, it's true.
It's
true. You know, and that's why when you actually look at the conditioning of what you do with your koi, you have to bring your temperatures in line with what's going on.
You bring
in
them into the in between, didn't you?
And there's always that element, isn't there? But if the koi show water team and committee are doing their job properly, they will be giving you updates on their water quality and temperatures for days.
They can't change their temperatures, can they?
They can't, no. But you can choose whether you're going or not.
But yeah, but I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, koi are if you've got a fish in good health, it will tolerate that, no bother. All you might do is trigger spawning or trigger
death.
You're not going to trigger any issues apart from the death. But that's what. So why are we so preoccupied about fish travelling?
Because I think I don't know, mate. It's for me. I don't really see.
You don't see that the same here. Taking your fish to a show, you don't see that as the same as sticking it in a box and sending it to Jack Smith up road, 4 hours journey, and it's not no different, is it?
No, it is, isn't it?
Exactly. As long as the prep
and that's why I don't. I mean, I understand the reason for the knowledge. I don't understand why there's a big conversation around it because it's really boring. It's like fucking mate, it's like let's face it, look at your fish, right?
Would you rather another daft question then instead?
Yeah.
And it's not me saying it, I'm just literally reading.
What, because they've said it's daft?
Yeah, well, it states it. Another daft question. Do all fish species get parasites? And if so, what happens to them? And if they don't get treatment, i.e. or e.g. like in Rick's fishing lakes, i.e. wild fish, all of them have the parasites and stuff that we don't have. But as Rick has just stated there, we have bred and manipulated koi into being what they are now, as opposed to what they were as wild types. And wild types can handle having all those parasites far more better than what
That means to add to it.
ancestors
If you're in the wild and the fish is weak enough and the parasites infest
it'll overcome it, won't it?
They'll overcome it, they'll kill it, and it'll be part of the ecosystem. Right?
Yes.
If the fish is strong enough, it'll overcome the illness through battling it off, and it'll swim off ready for the next wave of parasites to overcome.
What it does is it finds that other poor fish that's on bottom somewhere chilling and rubs up against him. Have some of them, and off it goes.
Or it'll disappear off to find a tench.
And
then it won't get an appointment for 3 months, and the parasites still kill it anyway. Which is pretty
not
much
one of and Rick's fish coming out of the lakes would have all gone through a check anyway. So yeah, well, they wouldn't they, Rick? You wouldn't take them out of the lake and sell them the day after, would you?
Yeah, yes, I've seen Rick sell out of a bucket once it's been caught, mate.
That's it. It's going on. Vince, look at Vince. He's like, he's come out and it's going on.
That's what I was relating to, mate. It's like in the bucket, dude, straight home. Fucking no problem.
Basically, what they're asking is, do all fish species get parasites? Yes, but a normal original wildy common carp that you don't really see anymore.
Double hard bastard.
It is
like a
pit bull
of fish.
You literally could chuck it on a road, run it over, throw it in an ice box,
hit it with an hammer a few times,
and it will still swim off. Given
and he'll stick his little head out top of one and go, "Is that all you've got?"
Yeah.
But while its face is mashed up, and it'll look like Quasimodo next time you catch it.
If you think of the amount of probably millions of koi that have been chucked into fishing lakes and stuff around the world, how many of them do you really see ever being caught? But none, because they've been eaten by every heron, cormorant, died of every disease because they're weaker. But we love doing
well, let's face it, they're fish for captivity, aren't they? They're a fish for captivity, mate.
Koi Dreams, it wasn't a daft question at all.
It's
no questions daft, ever.
I just wanted to give Crafty the opportunity of answering something else because he said they were
that's great. That's a good question to ask, isn't it?
But the Japs are well ahead of us because now they're creating Makashi Ogons again. After
they've got toilets that can 17 different functions. The miles ahead of us.
And not only that, but the Japs are really good at letting us import all of the parasites that are on the fish. Right, so we have to treat that. Not really. They come ready built. We already know they're good at it because they've got it. They're living with it.
But this is the thing in it. So at the end of the day, a natural species has got the immunity to deal with all the bugs. And when you put something into an enclosed environment for a few years and breed it to create the color, the shape, whatever you're doing, they don't meet those parasites. They don't meet that shit. Their immune system is crap.
There was a YouTube video that I was watching, and this bloke, he was putting two species of duck together.
Oh yeah.
And
he's random as shit, isn't it?
I know. But he was putting these two random ducks together and breeding from them because they served a purpose, whether it be for food or flight or whatever.
Right.
But every time he shipped them, they arrived dead on arrival.
They didn't like flying.
No, but the theory behind that was that they'd messed around with the genetics so much.
They just didn't like travelling.
That it was weakening them. I guess it's the same with the fish.
Or maybe it could have been the fact that they didn't have any water and they were dehydrated and died in transit. It could have been out like that, really, couldn't it?
They put them in a plastic bag when they're there.
It's brilliant, isn't it? You'll come out with some right random stuff, man. You really do. Ducks, crossbreeding ducks till they die on shipping. Any other time, they're fine. But if you ship them, you're screwed.
Fucking dogs and deer, fucking like deciding they don't want to be
nice, whatever it was.
Pregnant and.
What about we now go through some fish?
Yeah, Rick, do us a bit.
Do what?
Have you got that date in your diary, Rick?
What, your wedding day?
Are you get wed?
No, fuck. Not that.
You're not invited then, Gaz. Only the in-know know the in-know.
If you know, you know. Ducks prefer to fly, Matt. That's why they're dining when they're in back of a van. They prefer to fly there. Right then, here we go. We have 10.
Oh.
No, we have nine showers and one Garomo. No, Goshke. Ginring Goshke. No, we haven't. We have 10 showers.
We have 10. So the reason I've sent these photos through is they're all from the same parent set, right? So they're all genetically brother and sister.
Were these on your Facebook?
Yeah, I put them on there just to show, and we can have a chat about them, but just to show the differences in body structure, color quality. Every single element about these fish is different, but they're all genetically brother and sister at the same age. So
from Sakai parents, Sakai co-parents.
These are Dainichi
and something else. Shinoda.
So Ginrin Shinoda across Dainichi. They're all from.
Oh, that was really nice as well. Apart from that one, that's a banger, mate. Look at the Benny on that, man. Sorry, that's not. We'll discuss that one in a minute. I went one too far.
I quite like that.
Yeah, I did as well.
But what I was trying to get is people go, oh, you breed from like jumbo parents. It's the body structures and the shapes of these fish are all different.
All different, yeah, they are.
So although they're from the same parents, it doesn't mean they're all going to do the same thing.
Even the Ginrin is different, isn't it?
The what?
Ginrin.
What?
Ginrin. He's from down south.
Yeah.
You got Kado in there, haven't you?
He's got Cadogan in there as well, yeah.
But what I'm saying is, the only comment I got on Facebook is, well, they're not all showers. Most of them are Sankeys. And it's like, oh, fuck's sake. But these are all the same age, all from the same parents, all kept in pretty much the same environment. And yet you've got monster difference in body structure, body quality, everything about them is completely different. So I was going to A to J, whatever's 10th in the alphabet, but I couldn't work out how to put the letters on the things. But for people to look at,
so we'll do as this has been number one, and we'll go through.
Go through them. Yeah, I was just thinking
that's number one.
Hang on,
we'll go through.
What we doing, Rick? What are you wanting us to do?
I don't really want you to do. I just want some. See that fish there, right? Everyone would just be like poo-hooing it, right? But that fish there has actually got some serious potential. Look at where the sumi's coming on that. You can see it either side, almost banded.
Can I? Oh yeah. So we can
So
see.
So it's the ugly duckling.
Band.
Yeah, you can see where that's coming.
But they won't touch it.
Might even get a bit of a link through there to nose.
They won't touch it, Rick, because it's not finished.
Well, no, not so they won't touch it. I'm just.
It's
saying,
not so much that they won't touch it. It's
easily to read,
is it more the fact, Crafty, that they don't understand? And this is not me. I'm not making out like I understand it, because I think showers are one of them. I have a little bit more of an understanding about it now because I've been trying to get a bit more stuff on
knowledge.
This. Yeah, a bit more knowledge about this from talking and discussing it and going through it with Ryan. But is it more the fact that they don't understand it or where it's going to go or what its potentials could be and how to read that fish that puts them off from buying it?
Right, well, let me throw this back at you, Gaz. Right, how many shower did Kevin Roy have that would not get a sniff throughout the season, but then recently when you've pulled a set up, the sumi has developed, they fucking flew out?
Man, I can literally turn around and say that in the last couple of months, we've had some shower that we went in and we separated them out into 4 vats, right? And we've gone back and revisited those 4 vats, and they were all picked and graded at the time when they were all selected and put through.
Graded, yeah.
No, yeah, graded. But there are fish that have developed in every one of those vats and have come on in leaps and bounds in those matter of months where you've got good fish in all the vats. And again, they will progress and do the same again and again and again, time and time and time throughout months of progression and sumi development.
Right. So if people haven't got that knowledge, they look at this and they look at this if they have the same development of what the potential of this fish is in full, in the same fish now at that size, which fish sells?
The ones that look finished.
So
every time.
Is it the fact that when they look at that, they don't know what they're looking at, so therefore they don't buy it because they don't have the knowledge or the confidence to see where it's going to end up?
But do you not think that sometimes it's worth the punt if the price is right just to watch that development and learn from?
But the price.
Yeah, but this will always be
price is irrelevant. But if the fish is right and it looks appealing and you think, right, I think this will happen, it's worth buying that fish just to see if that fish becomes what you thought from it, isn't it?
Guys, I've sent you another picture. Pop it on. Go on. Come on. You got to do your skills. Oh no. Where's it? That one. There you go. Shit.
The skills?
You did it.
Huh? Look at that.
Yeah. I painted that on.
I was going to say, you've done a little bit of art work on that, haven't you?
You've read, that's your reading of that fish, in it. That's where you think the sumi is going to come and how it will develop. And that sumi laid over the top of the bene with the little saroji windows that you've got throughout the body. When that fish gets bigger and that saroji is more visible from the sides as the pattern of the body expands out, that's going to make a hell of a fish. Yes, it's got a whole body pattern of bene, but it'll look and come to its own as it gets more size behind it, won't it?
Right, so this is my next question behind it then. All right. So the first picture that we had, which is in early development stage, all right, and let's say the full potential fish, all sumis are complete transformation, does it make it more expensive?
100%. But it's not a great fish.
No, I'm not on about whether it's great or not. I'm on about when you're using the comparisons, right? Looking at that, we've got Gromo, Rick, Gromo, that when you see him come over, we're nowhere near ready, which I knew were going to develop really well. Getting them sold versus what they are now, white skins looking fantastic. The red area is looking absolutely insane because the sumi is coming through and you're getting a great colour rather than that musky sort of sumi that overrides on the red because they look ugly because, you know, people don't want to take that risk. So does the price of that fish increase because it looks better now the risk is done and it's developed into a good fish?
Yeah, because the gamble's gone.
Absolutely.
So at the end of the day, that's why a toe size generally cheaper than an e-side because you're already less gambling. And a sand side, you're pretty much nailing it on, aren't you? So
yeah,
that fish there, that's almost, it's not a sea grade fish, but it's as it stands, it's such a hard sell. It's got nothing about it that is good. Well, it's got a nice body shape and it's got nice belly, but most people are just they're not going to look at that as a young fish and go, oh, that's nice. And it's not great, but it will be a lot better than it is.
But if that sumi develops into insane quality, it all breaks, it all solidifies, you know, you haven't got that sumi that sits deep under the skin to wash that benny out, right? There's potential there if that sumi development was to happen for that to potentially be pattern-wise extremely interesting.
Yeah,
it will be. I guarantee that will be a nice fish. It sounds like that will be. You're looking at it. It won't be. It's not going to be a show fish, but it will be a quality fish.
Yeah,
and you buy that now. Generally, for about a tenner from us.
And what a great fish to purchase to learn from.
Exactly that, mate. Yeah.
Anyway, this is not about discussion on this fish. I was looking at them all from my point of view.
Yeah, no, but that was a good example. The first number one, that's number one, and it got a topic and discussion going. So this we're going now then as number two.
Differences then. What are we seeing different from the same parent set from fish 1 to fish 2?
I'm not saying anything because if I do, I'm going to give
No,
a game.
I'm not asking. I'm just putting it out there for, body shape completely different for a start. Variety.
Variety. Just fucking variety. It's still a shower.
No, one's gin, one's not.
But yeah. What the last one wasn't gin.
Let's look at the fin shape. I need to look back on it to see the fin shape. Benny quality, fin shape, head shape, potential
This
less in
particular
this than the
fish
other one.
has got. I mean, I don't know if it looks it for you, but for me, what I can see here, we've got a differential in Benny colours throughout that fish's body. Head strong. Benny plate, yeah, it's different throughout it. In a few places, it looks a bit weaker here. And again,
if that's not the picture, but if that was what we seen on the Benny, yeah, I'd agree.
You can see that they've got. There's none that I wanted to really. I think there might be later on. Well, yeah, there is one or two more that are, as they come later on, which are not going to look the way that they look now, because these are young fish.
These are 7 months old.
7 months old.
Yeah, so they are little peanuts.
Yeah.
And
have a look at the head shape as well. Go back on the one we had. Yeah.
Wider, broader head, narrower, longer head.
What does that mean in future development? At this stage, Rick, is that playing a big part in your selection?
Mate, this one here's got the. This is the nuts, mate. Other than that, yeah.
This has got a bigger shoulders. This has got a better body and a better bone structure than that one, in my opinion.
It has got a slightly better body, but that has got all the elements you might be looking for if you wanted a nice potential showfish or whatever. You can see the Sumi tap where you can see everything that's going on there.
It's got very nice kiwa.
Bags of it. It's got bags of potential, that one. You can see all the Sumi sat along the side. The blank side is all blue where the Sumi come in.
So, why is the Benny strong over the head plate and then it drops off when it goes into
the skin's thicker and it's all got Sumi underneath the center of the head there where it's going to come up through. You can see where it's coming up through the head. So you've got, and the shoulders probably closer to the camera, it's catching the flash with the gimbering, but
yeah, it is. Yeah,
it's not perfect. It needs a bit of Sumi in the other fin, and it.
Mate, it's not going to be perfect at this age anyway.
No, but it's a contender.
Pointier head, smaller mouth.
Has it though? Has it got a smaller mouth?
This is the issue with photographing.
See, because that's the thing. If they're not necessarily that could look like a bigger mouth, or could it be looking like a bigger mouth on the fish? That's got
the bigger mouth out of the two. This one.
It's difficult to see because this boat is more over top than the other one.
That's more zoomed in than what that particular fish is.
Just look at the shape though.
But we can go for all 10 of them.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Different again, isn't it?
Oh, there was one question there. Will the Motor Guru more than likely develop later in the left pectoral where you can't physically see anything on this particular photograph and thicken up in the right as well?
Probably not. No, I'm a great believer in.
If it's not there now,
but you can't see the whole fin.
You can't see.
You can't see if there's anything.
You need to see into the knuckle of the fin to see whether or not there's any future.
The knuckle, so to speak, whatever it would be.
My biggest issue with selling koi's, right? A lot of people sell the dream because people want the dream, but the reality is much more. What's the word?
What about this? What about that for a statement? If you think most people wouldn't buy it because they don't understand it, then break the wheel and teach people what to look for when purchasing a fish for the future.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'd love that, but that's the reality. Is if you've got 100 people coming through your shop a day, it's not.
Yeah, but
let me
things like this you can do, can't you?
Right,
you can't. I'm not being funny. I put this post on Facebook, right, and the one person that replied, well, they're all Sankeys, aren't they?
Yeah,
you bang your head against the wall. What?
Absolutely right.
So why do we waste our evenings, and why do we waste our time trying to? If people don't want to learn, and people
or don't want to interact, I won't.
What about the koi mum's asked there? Would you look at the mouth size when selecting?
Dependent on size, depending on price.
You don't want it to look deformed size, but you want it to have a decent sized mouth so you can get some food in, don't you?
Yeah, of course.
You know, undershot mouth where it looks like it's hanging down underside of its gob, but like some of them do have that funny looking.
Again, you've got to be realistic, right? If we're buying, I don't know, 250 console fish that are sent to us without picking, right? Then they come in at a price point that is ready for resale. Some fish will be better than others, and they should be priced accordingly, right? So if you are spending £10 on a fish versus another one that is the same sort of size, same sort of variety, and it's £60, then they're priced accordingly on a basis of the future potential for that fish, based on the quality that you're looking at, and little things like mouth size and that will come into account, because a small mouth will create a different looking koi, so therefore it's going to go in the cheaper pond. So when I'm out in Japan, yeah, fucking right, I'm not selecting them fish with small mouths, because I'm paying premium price for the koi that I'm selecting out the pond. So they will definitely. That is one thing that you look at. All right, on your first pick, you got 2,000 fish that get presented to you on every net, and then you select 3 or 4 out, or 5 out, or 6 out, whatever catches your fancy. You're literally looking 5 seconds at each fish before they're being selected. Yes, no, throw them fuckers back. Next one, you're going through at speed, right? Then the ones that you've shortlisted, you then go through again, because you may only want a box of, let's say, 70 fish, but you've selected 200 from the 2,000. So you've shrunk your selection down to 10%. Now you've got to select it down to 10% again. So you spend 15 seconds looking at each fish this time to select which ones that you want.
And then you come home with one peck missing.
And then you come home with one-eyed fish, or you don't always get it right. Colour drops off throughout the year. Fish die, fish get injured, blah, blah. And those dealers that say they don't get it are bullshitters.
What about this one then? For a question within the topic, guys, what percentage of customers do you think have the knowledge to see the final result? 10%, 20%, 30%, etc., etc., etc.
That's hard, isn't it?
I think that depends on the level of knowledge the individual's got. If you're somebody that's coming to buy and purchase a show fish, they know what they're looking for. If the show,
I'll tell you what they're looking for: imperfection. That's what
exactly that, mate. Yeah. And the least amount of imperfections they can find is the fish that they will purchase.
And even then, if there's one imperfection, they ain't fucking spending.
I just sent you a picture, Gaz, what AI thinks
You
that fish
naked.
is going to turn into. And you can see where the AI gets it.
Is it a frog now?
No, yeah.
Is it a dead duck?
I'll tell you what, that's a good picture, that one, mate.
Hang about, let's put that down there. Oh, shite. We still got
that looks almost like the one.
That's still auctioning. What's that up to anyway?
125.
120.
Mate.
Oh, 125, isn't it?
125, yeah.
And that's the mad thing. It's not what you buy a fish for, it's what it turns into, because you could buy millions, or I produce millions, but there's not many that turn out good. What?
Where's the before?
You can see why
no
the back
Is
end
it that fish?
Yeah, but if you look at the sumi coming through on there, you can see it on the AI bit.
Yeah, but
That's really not what it will turn into.
No, it's not.
It's fucking worlds apart.
But it's clever, like the bit over the skull, the head pattern.
Yeah,
and
just emphasise that a little bit.
Yeah.
No,
Can't wait.
No.
But I guarantee it's going to end up like that.
you had to just it's mental. But look at that one. See, the Benny quality and the body structure on that is insane.
very good.
It is proper good, but its pec fins are shit.
I totally agree with that, Alan, 100%, mate.
And while I've got that up, Gaz, at the Growan show,
that was brilliant that day, mate, when Alan did that with all of
still.
that was ace.
Stand perfectly still, sir. At my Growan show that's happening on the 25th of April. The
24th, you told me. Am I coming a day early?
Last time, it's the 25th, the Saturday. The JSC are attending. All right, they're not called the JSC anymore; they're called something else. But to avoid confusion, who was the JFC?
JLS.
Right, are now attending. They're attending, and we are going to run a little side competition, and they are going to do a koi seminar at my Growan show on the 25th of April. That will be inclusive of the ticket price for those people that enter on the Growan show.
Where are they going to get the decent fish from?
No, I'm gonna bring a few over.
So we actually, Rick, I was expecting you to bring a few.
They've got let's go through a few comments. But for the people like us that are here watching your live, surely we are fish nerds anyway, and would love to learn. Well, there we go. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Maybe after a few of these little. What about this one then? And I'm going to give my opinion. Blue ball pictures should be banned. Videos of top down, side, and mouth would help with buying online. The blue ball is used because it brings out the best color in the fish, and it makes it stand out more in that photo or that video or that recording. And the top down.
What about black background?
Well, the fish change the colour then, don't they? They end up losing colour on the fish. Certain colours fish will naturally react with, and you end up the fish losing its colour. Like if you put a Kiyotsuri in a bowl, in a blue bowl, it'll drop its sumi off rapid. Whereas they change and alter the fish. And I think the blue is the best background colour to prevent it, isn't it?
And it also helps show the edge of the fins as well.
Yeah, and then you've got the fact that it's top down. Well, a fish's pattern is designed. Sorry, well, I'm not saying designed. Has been picked and selected.
It's designed.
It's designed, yeah. It's designed to be viewed and appreciated from the top down, not from the side down.
Man-made.
Can you gain much from a side profile of a koi?
Yeah.
Well, you get to see if it's got a bit of a plump. From the top down, you should be able to see if there's any discrepancy in the body. You should be able to see whether or not you've got a misshapen head. You should say you've got a nice true spine. You should be able to see if it's got any bulges or lumps on it. from a side profile, what would you see?
All the wonky bonky bits you didn't see from the top.
You see a depth of a fish. You see.
Yeah, you see the depth and the profile of the depth, but you wouldn't get to see the overall.
What about the head shape? What about the true tail size?
The true tail size.
Yeah, because you don't see everything from the top. When you do a top and a side profile together, you get a better idea of what the fish is that you're looking at. Some fish could be too deep though, Rick, right?
Yeah, and look stupidly fat with it.
But when they're photo top down, you don't always see that.
No, you don't.
Also, what about if you've got a night tick in a fish where the spine curvature's like that? You won't necessarily see it top down either.
No,
when you hold it up to the side and you've got Mr. Night Tick fish swimming along, looks fucked up from the side, from the top down. It won't look that bad. But that's why
the reason for a photograph of fish,
every good toy dealer that bags up a fish, right, if they're able, should show the side profile through the bag.
If you got to that point to show a night tick fish through the bag, you're in.
No, but I'm saying it's like, but you know that you can
missing
gain
eyes,
a lot of knowledge. Missing eyes,
missing anal fins.
Yeah. A lot of the time, how many anal fins are taken out of photographs, Gaz?
Always near enough.
Right, and
not so much of the anal film, but also the
pardon,
the caudal fins. They're always taken out because they stick out and they just look out of proportion to the.
When you get them to stick out like that, man, they look like fucking lizards, don't they?
Yeah, and all photos are taken so that the dorsal's straight, so that you don't have any white coloration to a dorsal laying over top of fish, so you can see the fish's pattern.
Right, before anyone asks, no, I'm not doing fucking side profile of fish. No, I'm not photographing fish's mouths. It takes too long just to do a fucking top-down fish.
I agree that all photos of fish should be accompanied with a video as well, because then you get to see the fish swim, and then you get to see the fish, if it's recorded right, from a couple of different pitch of angles.
So look at Narita. He'll do a top-down, 45 left, 45 right, and a video.
Yeah, but he's a skinflint, isn't he?
Is he? Fuck, man. He's got more time and men to do this shit than anybody in the world.
Is he? Oh, sorry, I'm joking. Anyway, another show from the same morning. Are we getting where I'm going here?
Mm-hmm.
Different body structure, different elements,
pectoral shapes, everything, isn't there?
What about Benny strength?
Wow, is that good or bad?
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. I mean, to be fair, we can't say for definite whether or not there's a difference in the Benny or not because of the quality of the photographs.
We can. I did them.
And I understand you were having technical issues with the lighting because I saw it
with
Vince.
Would
it's surprising how many you've got with Cadogan in them as well.
That one's tidy, mate.
Would it be down to the genetics of the parents? So if you were in Japan, would they have
less photographic ability?
No, would they have the parent stock that would be more stable, as in foam one type, or just a couple types, rather than lots of different variants?
In what?
Well, it'll always be dependent on the fish's genetics, i.e. the parents, because that's what produced them.
Yeah. Right, let me angle this differently, right? So,
no, God.
If in Japan the same parent set was used to spawn this type of fish, when it comes to culling, would those fish that don't just say no because it's fucking meat, right? That's what you do, right? Are they going to take the ones that are showing any gin away because that's not what they're looking for in in that stock, or are they going to keep them in based on how well they look? And, you know, at what stage are they going to select what stays, what goes?
Or would there be less in the first place?
Did the parent stock have gin?
Yes.
Yes.
That's the whole
So
point
you
of it.
bred those to produce both gin and non-gin.
Right.
Yes.
So your objective was, I want gin fish. Right.
And
Would you have called
well,
all of the non-gin fish out
Right.
of it?
So
No, that's
Would
not
the
how it works,
Japanese-
Ralphie. That's not how it works, mate.
I know that.
But did you produce
for an
the fish
education
to have Caddo gin, or was it a normal gin? And Caddo gin's been an added bonus.
What is your selection process based on what you're trying to achieve?
Absolutely nothing to do with gin or gin rin or anything to do with Caddo gin. It's all to do with pattern and quality and sellability and fish that have got a good body structure and are going.
But if right, let's flip that on its head, right? Because your objective is good fish that are sellable for the price point that you want to achieve, correct?
100%. But also the ones I want to keep are going to go somewhere and develop further.
So those ones stay, they get selected out, don't go for resale. The Japs, would they follow that same objective?
No.
Pretty much. Yes, they would. They follow the same. The only difference will be is they're much stricter on their what they're going to keep or not.
But they've also got more stock to go through because they've got more parent sets. More
So they got more
spawns,
stock
more water, so they can be more picky and more choosy.
100%. So would I. No doubt
That's what I was getting at, mate. You see,
of all these fish tonight, there's only one of them I've kept.
You not for resale is what you meant, or you've called everything but one.
No, he's kept one to grow on, and the rest were.
They're all going to be grown on, but there's only one I've kept for myself to be.
There you go. There's one for everybody to answer them. Which one did Rick keep?
Right, yeah. So we'll start. Which one did Rick keep? And I'm going to give you a slow walk through.
Not yet. We haven't seen them all.
We have.
We haven't.
Yeah.
We haven't been seeing that one.
We have. I've gone through them all super fast.
I have a lot of replays.
Right. What about something like this? A lot of people would be put off with that fish. Why? Why would they be put off for that fish?
Fins, pectorals.
You harsh bastard, Matt. Let's just talk about the pattern and the coloration. What would most people get put off for that fish for?
See, this is the sort of fish we'd sell first in a tank.
Absolutely,
last in quality.
But a lot of other people
fly out.
Not
Why?
want that fish because of what reason?
Because it's more finished. That's why.
It's more finished. It's got a bent tail. It's short nosed and useless.
Yeah, but that's so true, mate. That's so.
But
true.
such a young fish as that, a lot of people would think that that's finished. But is it finished, Rick, or will the vast majority of that sumi that's there recede back?
No,
in my life, it's finished. The tail tube and the body shape is finished. It's done.
right. If you used to grow that fish, Gaz, fuck the pattern development. What would the body development look like? What would that look like in another 2 years if you kept it alive?
Short-bodied.
What about the face?
Well, black out.
So
not pattern, not sumi development, bone structure.
Right. Its eyes will be coming out of its mouth if it goes any further.
Short nose, short snouted, and look blunt at the front of the head.
Yeah,
Wait, this is my fish you're talking about.
Yeah, no, like a fish.
Mate, it's your feelings. You put it up, you're fucking getting it, son.
It looked like a fish that's chased after a bus that stopped.
Eventually.
You're all saying that now.
Rick, at least I said it nicely. I didn't say anything nasty. I just said it would have a shorter snout.
But on
That's nasty.
Just
when
not
that goes
nasty.
in the
It's
shop,
fucking truth.
£5, first glance, that'll be sold. Right. First fish out the door.
That's not skinny.
Imrin, boom.
It's not
No,
skinny.
there's not so much skinny really for its size. That
It's not skinny, is it? You follow the profile.
I mean, look
it's
at
just
the
not bodied.
Look at the thickness of the peduncle, and for all those that
Look at
don't
the-
know, if we're going to do an
short
educational bit, the peduncle is the back end, the tail tube of the fish. So the peduncle, right? That's quite wide there in comparison to
Probably the best.
that one, and that one, and that one, and that one, and that one.
No.
That one's not as bad, but
Yeah, you have to go back to the first one.
there you go. And that one.
Go back to the
That
first
was
one,
the
Gav.
first one. That's Christmas.
Where's that come from?
That was Christmas.
That's not the first one. What's going on there?
That's the first one.
We weren't discussing that one, were we?
You just told me
You said
oh
the
my
first
God.
one.
Oh,
You just said go back to the first one.
yeah, the one.
But if you look how that's got a far wider and thicker peduncle there.
Because it's deformed, you nut job.
That fish is not
Go
even.
That I do not like.
Say when.
That one. That fish
Yes.
has got a deformed tail tube. That's why
Yes.
it looks fat.
And
That's
it's
why it
also got a twisted over in its tail as well. It's like
Is
it's just not being put on straight. It's a lovely fish, that, Rick.
So you all know that's not the one that Rick's keeping now.
Yeah, I was going to say that, Crafty. For the
Which one is he keeping? Come on, then.
Can I go back to the beginning and we'll go ABC?
Right.
Oh my days.
The keeper fish, shit. That's
That
Christmas
one.
again. Right, the keeper fish.
I can't not keep him.
No, the one that you're saying. Right, so that's number one.
Keep one, yeah. Not that one.
No.
I'm not going to
Hey,
get
hey,
it.
hey,
Don't tell us, we're guessing.
Oh shit.
Well, we don't know the numbers.
Oh,
Hang
for
on.
fuck's sake, can you not
One.
count? Right, one,
Thing is, I'm looking down, looking at a change picture. I don't know if you do
Two.
2 or 1.
2, 3,
3, 4,
4.
5,
6.
6, 7, 8, 9. He's keeping that one for sure. And 10. Right. For all those that were number one, Crafter. So you know, pick your fish.
Just muted himself.
That's it.
Try to keep up with the numbers because
That's
I've
10.
I've-
10.
mate,
Nine.
you're not even getting 5 seconds to look at them.
Fuck, you only get 5 seconds in Japan when you're picking.
I know, but you're like, mate, I'm trying to mark
10.
down.
9, 8,
No,
7,
no,
6,
potential,
5, 4,
potential,
3,
potential.
2, 1.
So 3, 4, or 6.
3, 4, and 6.
Everybody's waiting for Vince because he probably knows.
What number's that one?
Shit. That's my
Not
pick.
that one
That's
anyway.
what I'm
Whatever
going
that
for.
one is. It's not that one.
I really want that one. So it's 10, 9, 8, 7, 7, I'm saying.
No.
So we've got 2, 4, 4, 2, 2, 6, 4 and 10. He's only picking one. So it's 4 or 10. 9, 2. Gaz likes the worst. It doesn't. 4. Gaz said it's got a wider, thicker peduncle, which it did have, but it's a deformed tail section. I was just talking about how thick the peduncle was. 6, 4, 6, 4, 2, 1. What's the number of the fish after 5? 12.
I don't know what's going on there.
Right.
I would say it's number 4, 6, and 2 are the most popular.
Well, then Rick, spill the beans.
Is this number one? We're starting with
This
this
is
one.
number one.
number one.
Yeah. Let me double check. Yeah. Number 1.
So this is the fish I'd keep because 100% it's going to be a lot better than it is now. So it will increase in value tenfold over the next year. It's not great, but it will be a lot better than it is. So,
and what are you going to learn from it?
Not my keeper. It will be grown, but it's not staying in my
Munger pond,
whatever you want to call it. Number 2. That is nuts, mate. The length of the head, the quality of that is just that is awesome. You can see where you see the dark blue area, and that is going to balance up. That's my keeper. Done. There's not even a question. That is the best fish out of the bowl for future potential.
You've had a fair few beers tonight, haven't you?
I have, mate, but that's got
So playing devil's advocate, people would say there's not enough Benny on the left-hand flank.
Well,
to be balanced, it's not with Benny, but with the Sumi. When the Sumi comes up, we'll create balance.
It's coming up in the head. It's going to have all 3 colours in the head. It's going to be absolute magic. That fish. That I can't for a show. I can't even find a negative. And that's not bad.
Apart from the one pectoral that you said will never develop.
Yeah,
but
just cut it off. It's swimming circles. Honestly, that is mint. You can see where the Sumi's coming up on a massive block on the other side. It's balancing up. That fish will look awesome. Anyway, that's my number 1. That's what I'm keeping.
Number 3, nobody chose.
It'd be pretty nice, but it's got that sort of Kahaku pattern, but the Sumi's coming up all over the Benny. That's for me. That's a massive gamble.
But if the gamble pays off,
yeah, but it's.
But if the gamble pays off,
be wrong, isn't it? It's going to be too front heavy. If the Sumi comes up where it's showing, it's just
messy at the front.
It's not going where you want it to go.
You took that in a dark room as well, by the way.
Yeah, I did. I was struggling. That's got the body and the Benny of being the best fish, and that's awesome. But it's peg fins.
Yeah, peg sort of bit.
I didn't know if that was the ripple in the water.
No, that's the lead rays that are a bit rippler.
It's got ripples in the front ray, and it's just
lacking in Suma.
Even now, so that'd be a fish I keep as a parent fish. You wouldn't have that issue. But,
so you could put bent pectorals into all your offspring.
Yeah, can't have it. Can't do it.
Same again.
5.
Slightly. That is more the water, but the problem with that one's the Benny is drifting away on the back of the pattern.
Well, what will happen here with this Benny here?
That's what I mentioned, like the Benny earlier.
Is that going to drop off?
Yeah, the potential.
Have you seen back?
It's not got the drop. It's just got that.
It will separate out.
It's got that. It's just. It's not thick enough and tight enough
to join together, guys. So you're going to.
It'll end up receding and looking more like a Kanoko pattern throughout it.
Around the edges, in the wrong places.
That one is just. There's the body and skin on that's mental, but shit, isn't it?
Yeah.
What number was this?
6.
6.
Yeah, 6.
Yeah. There was a couple of people that chose that one. One of them.
If you look at body first, that's up there.
This little fella this is one's going to improve massively. But again, the back end of the Benny's got an issue.
Yep.
Again here.
Yeah.
And on the rear, on that bit there, guys, and going down the side.
And on the rear a bit there.
Yeah.
But a lot of people won't know. So it's one of those fish that most people would just overlook it. But then someone that knows a bit might look at that and go, "Wow, actually, that's really good." But then that back end just
not so.
Yeah. Unfortunately. This is one that I'm not sure about this one. I didn't keep. I might have kept it.
Nobody chose this one.
This is my number 2.
But right, Vince said on this one that he didn't like this one because it had a little pip on nose.
Fuck, you know.
Mate,
No, but that's I mean that's something that wasn't appealing to him for that reason.
That's fair enough, but again, that goes down to taste, not anything.
Yeah, exactly.
This little fish could come
good.
Mega. It's got a sumi on the shoulder coming. I'm not sure about it. So I'm going to keep it, but it's not on my. This is one that could trick me out, man, because it is quality. But the pattern's just
not there.
Too hard to read at the minute. I don't know.
I'm trying to see where the sumi development would change the balance.
Yeah, so that big chunk on the shoulder would change it. Monster. Round the
I don't know if you can see on there as much as, but it looks to me like it could come up there off the gill plate, through the head, through the middle of the body, and round in here.
Is that left flank for me? What the sumi would do with that? Because I think that if the sumi development come up on that left flank as we're looking, that's where it would need to do the most work for me.
It would, isn't it? But that's going out probably as a 20 good fish.
No. I'm being, it don't matter to me. Price irrelevant. If we're looking at the development, if we're looking for getting as much perfection as we possibly can, that is the bit that, for me, would have to work the hardest to change what that overall aspect of that fish would look like. If that sumi doesn't come, but it does elsewhere, it just throws that in the bin for me.
Is that not one of the best gambles, though? You got a fish like that?
Yeah, it is, mate. Yeah, for me, it's worth a tenner. And like the ones that we picked, like that we pulled out, I even think that one. That
Alan says, "Keep it, Rick."
Right, yeah. For me, it's worth a gamble and a learning fish hugely, a huge learning fish.
I do. The Gimrin's it's mental. Any quality is mental. It's just that. What's that to me? It's going mental. It's round both eyes. It's got that. Yeah.
I think the sumi development in the head is going to be more drastic than what Gaz says.
I've shot it out the door already. Anyway.
Say again.
I shot it out the door already.
I think the sumi development could end up more like this.
This one
on that fish.
This one, Rick.
This is just the worst of the bunch, but this is the one people would generally pick as a. If you stuck them in a vat, this would be sold first, and it's worse. It's worst in every aspect of. Like, all of it. I don't know. Apart from that I'd keep as well. I didn't. I would. One look at it.
Easily keeper, isn't it? What variety is it?
What's a show, isn't it? They're all from the same fucking bin, you call.
Mate, I was waiting for people in the comments to start telling us it's a Hiat Sori, mate. But again, yeah, that's got huge sale potential. Huge sale potential.
The problem with Hiat Sori from Showa,
the Kaimon wants the little deformed fish because nobody else will love it.
They don't develop in the same way as Hiat Sori. So if you looked at that as a Hiat Sori, you'd be like, "Oh, that's fucking amazing." But you look at that as a He Showa.
It's a He Showa, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you flip that over, white belly to fuck.
Yeah, white belly underneath it.
Look at the tail, look at the fins. Yeah.
I mean, the sumi is fucking good, isn't it? Excuse my French. Hey, I'm French and non, I see.
Are you French too? Oh, I should have said that for half and half and half.
The sumi is good.
It's a lovely fish, but
right. The question, right? That's you took out 50 fish. You picked these fish out. You 50, didn't you? As you were doing it. These were,
yeah.
Would you use the same parent set again?
Well, yeah, I took. Yeah, but the 50 fish I took out went all from this parent.
No, yeah, I know. I was just meaning for what you got from what you've seen from that parent stock, what you've done. Would you use them again, or would you put a different male or female with others to try pull other aspects out of them?
No, from the number of fish from that parent set we got that are good sellable, nice fish, I'll definitely do it again. Because I've probably got hundreds rather than none. Yeah, I think that's what people. I think when you put a parent set together, and sometimes you do get none. You get out of 100,000 offspring you grow on, you get 0 decent fish. And it's not just down to the parents. It's down to the environment they're grown in. But you can't change that. So if you can't, why bother along that line? If that genetic combination can't produce a good fish from 100,000 fish at those temperatures, in that water chemistry, in that environment, well, it's kind of a non-starter, isn't it?
Yeah, non-starter. Yeah. So right, my question then, where's that from?
This is our cow. So 20 years ago, when I went to Japan, the original time ever, whatever it was more than, I don't know when it was. It's a long time. So this is an offspring from our original Goshki spawn I got from Kawakami that no one had. I don't think anyone had ever been there. I don't know. It's one of those farms that was never heard of. We went there, and I got some parent fish, and this is one of the offspring, and now they're the most famous breeder of Goshki ever. Just
what age is that?
It's now dead, unfortunately, but it was used male. It's one of our male parents, one of our own offspring, through the male. Yeah, so we kept it as a parent fish from our offspring, which we used. But yeah, but I had a soft spot for it because it's pretty mental.
Yeah, Benny on that is absolutely amazing, isn't it?
So that's a question for you.
15 years ago, we produced that.
There's a couple of questions there.
Yeah, like the polls.
I want the little deformed fish. No one else will love him. There we go. That's sold. Paul says, how strong is that beer, Rick?
It's about 5%.
Did the winner of Rick's pick get to receive a fish?
No one picked the right fish, though, did they? So
they did. Rob did.
No, he didn't.
No, one did. I've seen someone pick
He
it.
fucking didn't.
Number 2. Which fish did you pick again?
Number 2.
The good
Number
one.
2.
Yeah.
You've got 1 there.
Richard.
2.
Andy.
3, 4.
Rob.
5.
I don't get a fucking free fish.
Dave.
That's 5 free fish. God, that's a mouthful.
Dave Thompson did good
That's
again.
5 people better than this panel.
Oh, and even Tony. Tony will be there on Monday to pick it up.
Yeah, they get that deformed one that was at the end.
Yeah, there you go.
But that's nice.
And you're going to drop it off at the Koi Mums because you won't love it, but she will. There we go.
At the time, right? I thought that was the bee's knees, but when I look at it now, it's not so good, is it?
It's lost all its Benny, mate, hasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, Benny dropped off it proper rapid.
You've been looking after that, Gaz.
But this is how rare they are, isn't it? So this is the only shearer we've produced to become a parent here, and it's mega now. It's 75 cm ish, and it's different. It's different mustard.
Does it still have those big lips?
It has got big lips, mate. That's what you need, isn't it?
That looks like it. Again, is its mouth fully extended there?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, he's snuffling a pellet off the floor.
There you go. But now you can see the blue bowl shows the edge of the fin properly.
Mate, but look at that. That's not a bad shearer, is it? That was nice. Now it's monster.
Have you still got that fish?
Yes, one of our second generation parents. Doesn't look like that anymore. It looks like a kahaku.
And there's Rick.
That looks like that
fish.
Right, guys, I'm signing off because I've got do a few little items and then go home. So thank you for having me.
Are you not at home?
Thank you for joining us, mate.
No, I'm still at work.
Nice.
Tomorrow I'm going to be going live on the shipment, Aoki and Kondo Sankey. Aoki Tozai coming in, and Kondo Sankey coming in as well. So keep your eyes on Crafty Koi YouTube page to have a look at what they look like when they arrive from Japan. It's always nice twitchy time.
First dibs.
First dibs.
Yeah, that's what we, mate. You got to, when you get I get excited with Aoki Tozai because there's always some nice little chat.
What you could do is say £1,000. First one says dibs gets one.
£1,000 first one say dibs gets it for £1,000. Okay, let's do it.
We have a free one.
Also, while we've been live tonight, Kondo Fish on the competitions page has been won. I think that's 4 or 5 now that have been won for £1, and they're really, really top end. So if you fancy a little dabble, have a go at that. But the main thing, keep 25th of April free in your diaries, guys. We've got the Kirin from Wada Grow and Show. They are being coupled with, and I haven't told anyone this, I haven't leaked it yet, but for those people that are watching, the Mariyama Gimrin Kahaku will also be part of the Grow and Show. And there's other things to come because it's actually going to be more of an event. JSC are also doing their koi competition thing, and there's other things that I haven't told people about yet as well that will be beneficial to those people that take part in the Grow and Show. So I will keep leaking little bits of info. I'm looking up there because I've got a massive board of what's been confirmed, what we're doing,
which to leak first,
put together for it. But it'll be as soon as the tickets are gone, they're gone.
Hole-in-one competition.
We're not doing a hole-in-one competition.
We're
fucking not doing that, mate. Right, but there's other things that will come. Tickets have not gone live yet. All right, so once I've released everything about
is there a waiting list for the tickets?
Koi Dreams Amanda says I won £50 voucher tonight.
Mate, it's honest to God, there's a lot of people winning on that, and it's really nice to see. There is a mystery prize draw that runs out tomorrow.
It's a bag of pond bombs.
It's not a bag of pond bombs. It's better than that. All right, but those people that are watching tonight, right, bearing in mind the diary date I've given you,
24th of April,
25th, Rick. Right.
Have a
look at the clues around it, and you may as well work out what that may be, right? And ticket prices will be £250.
Bargain.
So
what do we get though?
Yeah, I'm telling you everything that comes with it, right? Dougie actually won two of those Kondo Sankey.
Congratulations, Dougie. You can share a picture of them and send it to me. See.
Wank, I didn't want anyone to win any, man. I was like, I'm fucking so nice, man. I wanted to keep them like for sellable fish rather than competition fish, but yeah, it's what it is. And in my opinion, the top 3 fish in that bowl are still available. And I'm not just saying
we've already seen what you'd pick.
Yeah, we've seen your opinion.
It comes to show it. So, I mean,
no. The top 3 fish in that bowl, right? I sent over to Pete what I picked my top 3 at, and then I sent to Pete what I thought the first 3 fish to go would go, and the top 3 fish that I said that would go all went.
Maybe people have got better opinions than you.
Yeah, maybe.
Koi Dreams Amanda won a Nexus.
They're good. They're all good. Anyway, so, you know, but we've all got different tastes, but I look for the future, not for now. So I look at that bit and think,
How do you pick your wife?
Have you
I
booked your
didn't pick her,
flights?
she picked me. Huh?
Have you booked your flights?
She won't look into the future, was she?
I looked the other night, Paul, Matt.
Paul.
It's because I read Paul on there. I looked 2 days ago. There's 8 seats available on the flights I want. How much did you pay?
I can't tell you now. They're only 200 quid.
1,200 quid.
It was cheaper than that. Just saying.
That's not funny, is it?
It is, mate.
Well,
Matt,
You
I'm
might get
running
like
the
me
risk.
to
There'll
do it.
probably be no seats
Matt,
left when I go
would you-
to book.
I was going to say
like me to do-
that'll be the issue is finding the seat because at the moment, like we had 3 seats and we've only got 2 of them together.
Matt, you
I'm
get
worried
ready for
about
the
your
punchline, and I'll set it up for you. You get
Sing
your
it.
little, get ready to get your own back, your little punchline, and I'll go for it.
Oh,
Give it
give
in. Both barrels. 3, 2, 1.
Bollocks.
It's cool. Anyway, I just thought I'd throw that out there, guys. Spend your money, you tight as assholes. And I'll see you again tomorrow if you tune in for the live.
Yeah.
Sick laughs.
live.
Safe travels home, mate.
Don't say what live. Do you not listen?
No.
No, you know he doesn't. You've been telling him it's 25th for the last 6 weeks.
Mate, and I?
Yeah.
Are you coming down for it, Gaz?
On 25th or 24th.
On 25th, mate.
I'll come for 24th event just in case.
I'll turn up
Honestly,
and say,
I don't know.
Yeah,
24th of what
the
one?
invite's open. April, 25th of April. Come down, mate. It's honest to God, it'll be a good day. It's more of an event than
Then a good day.
than just doing a growing show like pick your fish and fuck off. It's more than that.
Yeah, I know
There's
you're
a lot
making
more
it
going on.
obviously, mate. Yeah. To be fair, but the one if you're going above and beyond what you've done before, it was good last time. So
Oh, mate, it's by far bigger than that.
is
I
Mr.
just hope
Tate
the
going to be
weather's
there?
on our side.
He didn't even stop the
Mr.
rain.
Tate's going to be there.
Right.
Bernie's going to be there. Christine, I believe, is going to be there as well. And they are like for showing, for judging koi, you couldn't ask for any better people to get your info from. That in itself is worth just coming along for the growing show, right?
Is Ron going to be
It
there?
is, yeah.
Oh, shut the fuck up, man. Who's wrong?
Only
Mate,
reason
I
I'm getting
am
this-
not sharing nothing with you ever again. Ever.
You shared it with me as well. Don't.
Well,
I
did you
didn't
just,
say
I'm
nothing.
going to have to watch that back because I missed what you said. Hang about, and I'll just do it on catch up.
Anyway, Crafty, good night.
Oh, that's when you should do your 24-hour live.
Yeah, but we turned to 100-meter sprint.
That right? Have you listen? The 24-hour live. Would it? Do you personally think after I've driven for 4.5 hours,
Stop being
Be
such a
live for
wet fucking
24
lettuce,
hours
man, right?
and then drive-
Oh!
drive 4.5 hours home again would be a sensible thing to do?
No, get a
I'll tell you
hotel.
what, we could do it when Crafty and myself were in Japan and we could do the deadly hour.
You can get fucked. Have you seen the internet fucking connection over there?
It's under the table.
We need to make it. We need to.
Andy, I'm with
make
you,
it-
Andy.
Keeping the car. That's what cruise control's for, isn't it? Keep it car.
Mate, no, think back, right? I was supposed to be fucking.
We need to
going
make
up,
it
right?
when we're all in the same place.
Problem is,
And-
Gaz,
and
we've
we
got
are
like
gonna-
600 quid to
you
give
have
to the
got-
charity.
Oh, mate, you put me in the fucking spot because there's potential for this to be really good for that purpose.
What?
I'm sure.
On the 25th.
I'm sure, mate.
Is
right,
that the Saturday or the Sunday?
It's the Saturday.
It's
Right,
24.
so, right. Lee Hadfield's coming.
Oh,
Obviously, he's my friend, Eddie.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
I've got somebody else coming that you bunch
My
of pervs
friend.
would all turn up to come and say hello.
Ron,
to. Who?
Ron.
Matt.
Ron, he's got a beard, Ron has, mate. Got somebody else come in. We've got auctions lined up. We have got other bits and bobs that, mate, there's going to be got
let's talk about it, which will mean
we've got so many people there.
Let's talk about it.
It will fill so
it
much.
Would. Let's talk about it then. Seriously, let's talk about it. But which means you'll have to ring me.
After what?
That phone thing.
What did you say? You'd have to what?
Ring me.
You fucking ring me.
I don't like ringing you.
I don't like ringing you. Right.
I'll ring you both on a group call.
Not only that, Gaz, right? Remember when we was talking about this?
That's what we were going to do originally. Yeah, it was.
When we've got all of the fish in from Japan.
Exactly.
They're all out of quarantine. I've got a very healthy budget to go to Japan with this year. Very healthy. So, and when you look at the price of the yen at the minute,
Rob, that's a good idea. Hang about. Sorry, that's a mint idea. Gaz, if the life starts as you leave, that's 8 hours of driving that's covered by Ubers. Mint idea, mate. Hey.
But again, mate, that's an option.
That's what we were going to do originally, wasn't it? So yes, I really would like to do it, and I really would like to make sure that the money goes. I want it to go towards a hospice, and I want it to go towards a hospice that deals with dementia, because one, hospices give people a really lot of care and a lot of help, and make it easier for families that are struggling. And the dementia side of things is because it was related both through my family and other people that's passed and gone.
And mate, we've got car park space.
Yeah.
So how many people watching now? 100 people?
Yeah, bang on.
Right. I don't know. I'm saying, right, 100 people. How many of you people out there would come down to the shop where Matt's there, Rick's there, Gaz there, on there, Lee Hadfield, potential other YouTubers like Vince, if he can bother to come up, etc. All right. You know, would you come? It's not fucking harsh, mate.
He's got a broken leg. You can't see him move.
You fucking walk on his hands. Well, there's will, there's a way.
Alan says he'll come. You're already going to be there, mate.
But that's what I mean. We've got so many people.
Yeah, exactly. It works. It
works. I've already got the event date set up.
Let's get it nailed on then. We can announce it official. I will speak with Marie because I want to find out which hospice that it was that she was doing it for last time. And we'll put out, I will make it this week. I will make the
GoFundMe page.
I will make it for a GoFundMe page. I'll get it done and get it sorted out.
How many people would come to say hello to us as well?
I'll come a day early so I don't be late.
Yeah, you don't want to be late. You know, for me, let's get it out there. I expect Vince to be there.
Ruin the.
Are you all available?
Yeah,
Ricky's Matt. Are you available?
Matt said he was coming last week, so.
Right, sweet, done, sorted, nailed on.
And with the stuff that we've got going on, it's going to be fun.
Ron's asked me to pick her up, so I'll be there.
I'm going with Pam. It's right.
Bring Pam.
Me, Pam, and
Mate,
Ron.
bring your missus with you, Gaz.
But you are so.
And I'm sure we can, if we need to, plot up in the cafe as well, where it's warm.
We've got Wi-Fi coverage and everything there, though, haven't we?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Have you seen the dogs though round the back? They're nasty.
It's not.
It is.
And you wouldn't want it fucking hanging off your bollocks, mate. That's a sure fact.
Well, no, I wouldn't want any dog hanging off my bollocks if I had to choose it. Like, to be fair.
So we're still live, guys. I'm just saying this has turned into like a pile of shit.
Well, yeah, we're still live. People are still watching.
It's not
as random as any other month or any other week.
So we're all right. Perfect to raise money.
Let's pencil that in, right, and then we solidify it.
Crafty, right? If you're encouraging 2,000 people,
be right back.
You need to be giving us some rewards.
You need to bring some fucking awards with you.
I'll bring some fish with me. You can sell them. Fine by me.
Yeah, we'll do what we can do for the charity as well on the day, right?
Well, no, I'll bring whatever you want, mate.
Let's do it. Let's make it happen. I'm up for it. It's not my channel, so I'm up for it.
Exactly. You can swear and everything. It's not your channel.
fucking right, mate. That's not my channel.
So let's do it because I'm getting grief. We've got loads of money stacked for charity now. We need to give it away.
Yeah.
Let's give it away.
It needs to go. It needs to go to where it rightfully should be.
100%.
Have you seen the exchange rate for yen at the minute?
Let's give it away. Give it away to koi keepers because they've got no money.
Mate, this bunch of type lot fucking watching that, I'll tell you.
We might be able to tie it in with one extra other thing as well.
Yeah, we won't.
Yeah.
No, you might do. What's that?
We might be able to also tie it in with
the yen is good, isn't it? I just noticed that.
With the GKP. Hang about. Let's have a quick look. 3,000 subscriber giveaway. 2. We might be able to get a whole job lot. I'm 61 subs shy of hitting the 3K mark. So if you're not subscribed,
you'll get that
this evening, ladies and gents. Hit that subscribe button.
I'll subscribe.
That'd be absolutely smashing. And we could also bang in there a 3,000 subscriber giveaway thrown in with the whole charity bash thing, bing bomb. Fanny's your aunt. How about that?
Oh, Yasukoi are going to be there as well. They're going to be there.
Sweet.
I've been talking to him tonight.
They're not selling people t-shirts.
Or any koi apparel. Actually, they're
Have I
not.
missed anything? I mean, let's do this.
I mean, let's do it.
4.5 hours drive. I'll be up for that. Sounds like
I think what we need to do, right? So we're doing it on what, the 24th?
25th.
Just making sure.
Fucking
so on the 24th, those like-minded
Vince's new name's Broken Axle.
25th, 24th. What's the nearest like Premier Inn to you, mate?
Closest one to where I am.
No, not where you live, you dickhead. Where you that Premier
Work
place.
here, where I am now. I'm at work.
That place.
Wait, once you break another handle off the door, don't you, Rick?
There's one. There's a Days Inn, I think it's called, which is literally 4-minute drive away.
Days in, people. Days in, right? Can you book like 10 rooms or something?
Absolutely not.
Does anybody know of anything like that? If anybody knows in the comments, is there a charity that maintains ponds, people's ponds that are no longer able to do it themselves, like Koi Veterans question?
No idea. I don't believe so. No.
If I hear or find of anything, I will do a little bit of Google searching and try to find out. If I can find something, I will bring it up next week on live. If anybody does know of anybody or anything or anyone.
What's it called? Days Inns.
Days Inn. DAYSINN.
Not Dave's Inn.
Not Dave. Nothing to do with Dave, mate.
I was thinking overnight. Or is that I was misspelled and you put in I was thinking the other night?
It's cheap as chips as well because it's like a 1-star, like flea-ridden place.
I see you, Rick.
Perfect. Days in.
Baldock. Baldock is where you'd look at. Bald as in
60 to go. Yes.
We need to get that Sumi Nagashi on again, mate.
Sumi, you what?
Sumi Nagashi.
We're auctioning the Sumi Nagashi, aren't we? That koi with the black and white scales.
Oh, it's the last bid one that was. Hang about.
125 on Paul Windmill, wasn't it?
Yeah, Paul Windmill's got it at 125.
There you go. Just saying.
Paul Windmill, you better be there as well.
Let's bring it up one quick last, just in case there's anybody else that might want to make a present. This is the auction fish, which has been auctioned throughout this evening. All contacts, please do me a huge favour, whoever is the winner of the fish at the end of this evening, to contact Matt from Howie Coy Dorset. And this is the fish that you're bidding on. At present, the bid is at 125.
Scalation's fucking mental on that.
How we get 50%? The mystery crafter. There we go. Where is the nearest Hilton Spa Hotel? No idea.
Mate, if we could
But
see
there we go.
is there a decent picture of that fish, I'll buy it myself.
What, the picture?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the picture. There's a
Look
picture
at
there.
the scalation on that.
Stands with Paul at present at 125. Look, there you go.
That's stupid money.
It is, but it's not.
It's not from someone else's fund, mate.
Hey, if a fish is worth what somebody's willing to pay for it, and Paul would be happy to pay. Vince bid 120 on it.
I'm tempted by myself because
Correct. You know
Oh,
the history.
sorry, Rick, I've got, but I'll stop sharing that so I don't cover Rick's
Right,
face.
guys, here's some homework for you. Put
Go
that
on.
fish back up.
Oh, put the fish back on. Don't sell it till I've had a wee.
Now look at where Rick is when you bring a comment up.
I know he covered his face up, didn't he?
We need. I think we should.
Yes, we need to. I need to make this. So hang about. Ah, bastard! That one don't work.
You're going to have to play with it.
It is. Yeah, I need to work on that so that we can make that.
And then overlay us over the top.
There we go. Hey,
there you
that's
go.
better.
But now put a comment up.
Yeah, it's going to go over my first. All right. Oh, they done. Sweet.
We never used to do that.
Right, so now I know how to do it. There we go. It's better when you work it out yourself.
So that's what. Yeah, that's a.
Does it come with an option for a grower?
Lee Hadfield to grow it for you, Mark.
Poor lad.
Anyway,
tons of fish in his pond to grow. Anyway,
right, we've got a date. Let's work with it. See what we can or can't do.
Yeah.
Potential. Anyway, thank you for having us. I'll see you.
Safe travel, mate. Drive safe.
Take care, man. Ta-ra. See you, everyone. Bye.
I'll speak to you tomorrow then.
Yeah, give us a bell. Bye.
Will do. Good night. We'll stop sharing that. Oh, it does. That works perfect. That's better, huh? Right. Rick has gone for either another beer or a wee. And, well, that's everything we need to speak about this evening and spoke about. Unless there's anything you'd like to get off your chest, Matt.
Do not book a flight. Can I say it?
Yeah, of course you can. This is why we were a couple of seconds late, because I was listening to this and we were trying to get it out as quick as he could. But yeah, go on. This is why Matt's been stressed this week.
Flight network. So apparently, your first name is your first name and your middle name. So with 197 messages after a week, literally at 12 o'clock last night was going to be the cutoff that I was going to lose my free tickets and the money. At 11:55, Travel Network corrected their mistake. And
they
got
left into time 4 minutes.
5 minutes. Can you imagine me by the airline if it's not sorted by 12 o'clock last night that the tickets would be voided? And literally at 11:55 they sent it through. So I went to bed, but do not use them in the future.
He's frozen. I was trying to see if I could get his camera working again.
Yeah, stressful week. But I'm booked up. I'm going. We're going.
Now you can tell Matt's being serious because his hand don't move for 5 minutes. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
He's back. His hand don't move for 5 minutes.
It's only 3 weeks to go. And Rick, there's still a space.
What, you've actually got a flight booked?
Yeah, it's all done now.
And a space?
Yeah.
For me, I'm not coming. I can't come. I can come. I'm not. I'd love to. I'm just too drunk.
There's a boat, isn't there? There's a boat coming.
But Zoe.
I've been in this conversation, ladies and gents, for weeks and weeks after every live. I've heard this come. I can't, no, but you could.
Yeah, but it's one of them, isn't it? I want to go. I'd love to go.
Yeah.
I've got permission to go from everyone, but I don't need to. I don't need to go. I can't justify it.
The problem is the two gents that come with me, Sean, who came last year, and Ollie.
Oh, I love them both.
They were just so looking forward to the comedy factor of Rick coming along. So we got some work to do.
It's a magical place, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Like I come back from, and I know I had my issues last year, but I came back saying, "I'll never go again." But it was absolutely phenomenal. And as time's gone on, it's just like, yeah, I've got to go back. It's just
best week of my life.
It was. I still laugh at some of the shit off camera and on camera that went on. It was just.
Do you know what? I watched those little clips in the beginning, and I watched a fair few times. I've watched some of the content and the stuff that we did out there, and just the scenery, just the fish, the company, and everything that, even as much as that snowball that I threw at Ryan that hit that wall on the intro of the video. If that hit him, man, that would have hurt. And that makes me giggle every time because he was like, "Fucking hell, guys!" when he's walking away and he ducked, but that were a belting shot. That were just a couple of inches shy.
You didn't hit him though, did you?
Mate, that was the only one.
Knock the midget into a pond.
My mobile phone was stood on my tripod, slammed into snow. And it got missed by Ryan or at Sushi throwing a snowball back at me by about 2 inches, skimmed straight over the top. When I went to look at my phone, it were all covered in bits of snow when it skimmed over the top of it. It were and then I launched it in a pond.
Guys, are you able to play sound at the same time as the video now?
Only what comes through on speakers, what's played through in this room. So it might be able to hear it, but it depends. I feel a video coming on.
I will try and send it to you. Oh, it's let me send it.
Oh,
so when I was playing around with editing software, I thought it'd be funny to try and get all the funny things over the last year.
Yeah, this now look. Just remember your chopsticks and your slippers. Yes, the bastard got them with all sorts of little lies and stuff, didn't they?
Visa cards or what?
Sorry, Ollie, you've just given the ball game away.
Let's refresh. I've not got no, Matt.
It's on WhatsApp.
Oh, I can't do it on there. I don't have WhatsApp on my PC.
I don't think.
You'll have to send it through.
Oh, I can actually. Let's see if I can.
Messenger.
Yeah.
This is exciting for everybody, isn't it, while you're watching?
If it will let me send it.
Not bad.
You've seen it.
Yeah. Let's talk about the best shipment you've had that blows your mind coming in through exclusively caught. What is the best bunch of fish you've seen this month?
I would say the Nisai so far has been the best, and that being because of the some of the stock that some of the customers bought and we've just delivered today were absolutely stunning, man. 85 or 80 plus cm Ginrin Karashigoi.
It's 80 centimetre Nisai. Come
I
on.
didn't say it were a Nisai, but it came in with the Nisai stock.
All right.
But that was absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning fish. And he also had Shuruwatsuri as well, which was 80 plus, and a Kahaku, which was 80 plus. And just getting to see fish of that quality and that body and that mass and looking at them, I shit myself. When the shipment came in, they were like, we took it out, it were in a bowl, checked it over, we measured it quickly, and it were like, go on then, guys, lift it. And we're like, no fucking way am I lifting that. No, not a chance am I lifting a 9 gram fish. We're socking that one up for sure. I mean, they were just winding me up like, but yeah. To see the Nisai that's come in, there was absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. Some of the stuff that's come in this year.
Do they come in on their own, gas, as in the box?
Yeah, singly boxed, yeah. Big stuff like that, yeah. But yeah, I mean, they've all been mint, mate. Do you know what I really do like about it? Obviously, I mean, I'm sat there and I'm looking at it and I'm buzzing me when I'm coming in following morning, the next day, you know, if it's in on a Friday, getting back in on a Monday morning, pulling covers back, having a look at them all and thinking, but it's seeing Ryan and Kev and even Andy, after all these years of seeing fish like that, how excited they are in seeing the fish. And there's still that passion behind him. And there's like Andy will be stood in the background and it'll be like, and he'll come forward, oh man, that's mint, that. Look at that. That's, you know, and everybody's got that enthusiasm. It's not, it don't feel like work. Well, it's not work, is it? Do you know what I mean? It doesn't feel like work doing what we do. It doesn't at all. There are times when days are difficult and there are times when days are hard. There are times where you think, God damn, there's a lot to get through. But you never go home at the end of the night thinking, I don't want to go in the morning. Can't be fucking asked for that job. As of yet, it's always felt like a buzz to go back on a Monday morning. Or
do you dream about the ponds? Oh shit, I got to do that filter. Oh shit, they're good. I need to do this. Shit, I'm doing that. Shit, I got to go over there. Are you in that mode yet?
I'm not in the mode of panicking, or thinking in the sense of, because there's more than just me there to do that. So we're not getting to that point or that stage where we're thinking, shit, nothing's topped out to a point where the twitchy bum time like you're thinking of.
How many times, guys, have you started the engine up, the car, and thought, shit, did I turn that pump back on?
No.
Have you not done
that?
What
my worst one is? My worst one is when I've bagged up a fish and we've done a bit of, and I think every time I'll say, oh, shit, Andy, can you do us a favour? When you're just passing down polytunnel, will you go check and make sure you turn the oxygen off? I'm bad for it. And another one thing is that if I set two, like, I did it other day and Andy called me and he went, and I set two running out of office. I was uploading some fish on and I set two running out of office. And I thought, crap, shit. Thinking, I've been in here for 30 odd minutes. That ball's going to be overflowing because I was filling up photo ball ready for morning, ready to set up. And when I got out there and looked, Andy had already picked up the hose and put it into another vat and he was already topping something else up, putting it through a filter system. And I just thought, you nearly got caught with that one again and nearly flooded out floor in polytunnel. But yeah, it's mint, man. You're bouncing off of each other. It's like Ryan said today, if anybody actually listened to us here and recorded us for a day at work, they'd think we were a bunch of nerds. And there is just genuine banter straight away all day long. With Kev, with Ryan, with Andy. It's a good laugh. The environment's fun. It's fun to be at work. And that's one aspect out of it that I never thought I'd still see them guys being as equally excited about new stock coming in as what I am.
How many people go to work and they're not excited about their work and they go in at 8 o'clock, finish at 5 o'clock, go home, and that's it, done. Yeah. We're the lucky ones. I've worked for some wankers.
and the last one I worked for were a complete utter. But I can honestly say now that I don't have that dread anymore at all of going to work on a Monday. And there's a lot to be said for being happy doing what you're doing.
Definitely, 100%.
And it don't get boring, even though it's the same thing.
It's not the same, though, is it?
No, it's not. It's not.
It's not the same.
Tomorrow I've got to gear up an asbestos clothing and smash a roof off.
We've got. I mean, I'm not going to say what they are, but we have got some more. We've got some projects and some more stuff up and coming. There's some stuff to be doing. There ain't going to be enough. I don't honestly think there's going to be enough time
To record
in the day to get it all done, to get everything done that we need to be done. We've got loads to do. It's absolutely, and that's the best bit about it. There's fish to take care of, even as much as walking in. I mean, anybody that knows me knows that one of the things that I like to do, and you all obviously, I love feeding fish. I think it's brilliant to watch fish come up to the surface and watch them do that spiral when they see you coming in or banging a bit of food in and watching them coming up and feed. And just to do that through a day 2 or 3 times a day, I mean, that just makes my day. I sit there, they're laughing and taking piss out of me because I'm there and feeding fish that I'm growing on, that we've got in growing on vats purposely. You know, they're being hand-fed and they're being fed on a feeder. But I'm going out there and I'm sitting there with my sandwich and I'm taking a few handfuls. I'm just flick a few pellets and then hold a few in my hand, and then now I can walk into most of those ponds and most of those fish just come straight to us. So as soon as I walk in, and it's mint.
It's different, though, guys, when you're doing one for you, one for me, one for you, one for me, one for you, one for me.
Mark says, just come back into the live, guys. I hope you're not talking about Ryan. Do you know what? The things I do like, I like setting myself a little challenge. When we were picking out some show over there for auction, and there were 15 fish to pick out. And I'm going, oh, what about that one? Oh, what about that one? What about that one? And what about that one? What about this one? And I've picked 5 or 6 out of the 15. And, you know, then I'm scooping them up and Ryan's picking up some. And to see Ryan picking the fish that I'm picking and putting them in, and then they're selling and people are interested and people are like, that's the best bowl of fish that I've picked. And I've been a part of picking that bowl of fish, or getting to pick a selection of Nisai of my own choice, and then Ryan's going, you've got some expensive taste, because you've picked this, and this, and those are that one, and that one. You've got, it makes me feel more confident in what I'm picking and what I'm doing, that I'm obviously doing the right thing. It's good. I love it. It's mint.
Where you wanted to be, mate.
Yeah, it's great. It's been a long time since I could say I enjoyed work. A hell of a long time.
You should enjoy work.
No, I've not enjoyed work for a long time. There have been a lot of years where I haven't done.
If you don't enjoy work, you should murder your boss. This is my opinion.
Exclusively Koi Scotland. I will be your lackey.
That's my code. It's got to be my code.
Right then, that brings us to, well, an extended version of
7 hours.
We've just done 3 hours 34 minutes and 33 seconds, but that brings us into a slightly extended Thursday Night Live than usual. So, anything you want to say before we close up, Matt?
Nope. I'm good.
Good, fine. What about you, Rick? Anything you want?
Don't bother to subscribe, and do not hit the like button.
Yeah.
And if you did like it, then come back next week.
Yeah, there you go. So that leaves me with one quick question to answer. What about the auction? The fish is being sold, and it's sold for £125 to bear with 1 second.
That was less of a finale than.
Oh, what was it? What was the gentleman's name? Paul. Paul. That Paul there. Paul won the fish at 125 quid. So he's then going to get in touch with. Hang about. He's got
hang about.
hang about. I just got a little boop in background there. Crafty's bottom bar, but it's black screen, so I don't know if he's. Oh.
He's probably driving. To be fair, surely.
No, he's just getting into his car. So
it's fucking freezing.
From myself, obviously, and Crafty, and
It's fucking freezing.
and Rick and Matt. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. Crafty's just come in for the sign out. Usual thing, guys. If you've been enjoying this kind of content, do us a huge favour. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend. And until next time.
Same time next week.
See you guys.
We'll catch you on the next one. Crafty, you in Red Light District again?
Yep.
That's where
Are you going to sign us out, mate?
Yeah, I'm hanging about.
Right. I shall bid you all a good night, guys. We'll catch you next week, same time, same place. Keep smiling, guys. This has been one hell of an experience. Very nice. Have a look at that.
New change in the garden. Made a little seated area. Into the little bush. So you can sit inside. And view the pond.